looking for Keenan Webb, has a step on the receiver, and it's good at the 10, 5, touchdown, Guthrie Bluejays.
At 60.
We are 30 seconds still going on the air.
Jones looking for Keenan Webb, has a step on the receiver, and it's good at the 10, 5, touchdown, Guthrie Bluejays. And the Guthrie Bluejays are state champions for the first time in school history, and they are celebrating on the field.
The following is a production of Guthrie Football, 4-time state champions.
Staley gets the snap. He's running with it left side. Touchdown, Blue Jays. Guy Staley and the Blue Jays regain the lead.
Next time that I talk to you, I will be talking to the greatest team in Guthrie High School history.
The Blue Jays are looking to add yet another gold ball made of Guthrie blue.
Ryan Dunn takes the snap, and there you have it. The 2011 Class 5A state champions are your very own Guthrie Bluejays for the third time in school history, and they have dashed onto the field. Motion to the left side. They run to the left side with Alexander across the 5 to the 1. Touchdown! Ida Alexander. And for the fourth time in school history, the Guthrie Bluejays are your Class 5A state champions, and strike up the band one final time.
One thing that will never be replaced is MTXE. Mental toughness, extra effort.
It's being determined to win in the face of all odds, all obstacles, and coming together as a unit to accomplish that.
Year after year, the Blue Jay offense is amongst the most prolific offenses in all of Class 5A.
Option reverse to Callis. Callis looking for throw. Wide open. Blaze Hastings. Can they connect? He does. Touchdown, Blue Jays. Reverse pass, and the Blue Jays are on the board. Strike up the band.
It's that time again. It's time for Blue Jay football.
Hit hard. Landry Chapel gets every Blue Jay fan off their seat.
It's now.
Strike up the band.
On the Guthrie Radio Network.
Guthrie football. Open up mics. It's time to go.
Launch authorization received. Countdown sequence initiated.
3, 2, 1.
Guthrie Football 2018 is brought to you by Interbank, strengthening our communities through community banking. Golden Chick, the original and still the best. Terra Insure Group, insuring your world. John Vance Auto Group, where it's comfortable to buy a car. Guthrie North Church, love God, love people, follow Jesus. Mercy Hospital, Logan County, your life is our life's work. And Eskridge Chevrolet, a name you can trust for over 50 years. Guthrie Blue Jay Football is also brought to you by F&M Bank, Signal Financial Management, Guthrie Tag Agency, A-Team Overhead Door, Nelson Monument Company, Hayes Funeral Home, Sonic at I-35 and Highway 33, and Merritt Roberts Farm Bureau, Oklahoma.
Welcome to Guthrie Football. The following is a production of Guthrie Football, spanning across the Blue Jay Radio Network.
Throws it up for Dante Boston, a triple coverage. Oh my goodness! Are you kidding me?
Now, let's go live to the stadium with the voice of the Blue Jays, Chris Evans, and tonight's Interbank Blue Jay Kickoff Show.
Home sweet home. The Guthrie Blue Jays are back inside Jelsma Stadium for the annual homecoming game. The Blue Jays look to remain perfect as they go for their 5th straight win. Good evening, I'm Chris Evans, and this is the Interbank Blue Jay Kickoff Show on this beautiful night for high school football as we get set for the contest between the Guthrie Blue Jays and the visiting Guymon Tigers. Joining me here in a few minutes with the call of the game will be Phil Nichols and Craig Fleck. Thanks for joining us on the network here on Hot 93.7 FM and online at Guthrie Sports Page, Guthrie News Page, and the Guthrie News Page mobile app. We'll continue after opening timeout as we count you down to kickoff. You're listening to the Interbank Blue Jay Kickoff Show on the Blue Jay Radio Network.
I'm Brian Sturkle with Interbank. You can bank on Guthrie's home team, the banking professionals at Interbank. Our decision makers and the people who serve you work closely together to provide responsible service and personal attention. We appreciate your business and look forward to seeing our friends in Guthrie and the surrounding communities at the Blue Jay football games. We're located at 224 East Oklahoma, or you can reach us by phone at 282-0470. Interbank, in it for you. Member FDIC.
For decades, Guthrie Athletics has been a source of pride in the Guthrie community. Hi, I'm Merritt Roberts, and I've been a Blue Jay supporter and Farm Bureau agent for many, many years.
I want to wish all the Guthrie student athletes not only a great season on the field, course, track, or court, but in the classroom as well. If integrity, honesty, and accessibility are important to you, call Farm Bureau at 620-4920 and ask for Merritt. I would welcome the opportunity to give you a professional evaluation of your insurance needs, or simply stop by and let's talk about the Jays.
Have you heard the big news here in Guthrie? You know the Guthrie Tag Agency is your local source for all your vehicles, boats, ATVs, trailers, titles, registrations, and of course driver's license renewals and replacements. But now, the Guthrie Tag Agency helps with driver's road tests. That's right. Take your road test right here in Guthrie. No more trips to Edmond or Stillwater or Enid. Call and schedule your appointment at 282-3873. Guthrie Tag Agency, open Monday through Friday from 9 to 5 and on Saturdays from 9 to noon.
Accepting the loss of a loved one is the hardest thing we will ever have to do. At Nelson Monument Company, formerly Warren Monument Company, we aim to make selecting a memorial an easy and healing process. With our compassionate service, state-of-the-art design software, and our new and improved facility, we offer the best overall experience in the industry. Nelson Monument Company, located at 5305 South Division Street in Guthrie. Give us a call at 405-282-3220.
Hi, this is Asa Nelson, and from our family to yours, we would be honored to gain your trust.
Welcome back. Interbank Blue Jay Kickoff Show continues on Hot 93.7 FM. Oklahoma Farm Bureau is your central location for all your insurance needs. Contact Mayor Roberts at 282-2266 Oklahoma Farm Bureau. The Jays enter tonight with a 4-0 record following last week's road victory in Piedmont, 37-9. Meanwhile, Guymon attempts to find their first win after an 0-4 start. Guymon, who has only won 7 of the last 54 games dating back to 2013, has managed only 9 points in the first 4 games of the season, with losses to Western Heights, Liberal, Kansas, Stratford, Texas, and Carl Albert. The Tigers football program has endured 16 straight losing seasons. The district matchup will be the 13th meeting between the two teams since 1976 and 7th straight season since Guymon entered Class 5A. The Blue Jays have won 10 of the 12 meetings, including 8 straight. Since 2001, Guthrie has compiled a 14-3 homecoming record, including 8 straight wins. Other games in the district tonight will showcase Lawton Eisenhower at Northwest Classen, Piedmont at Carl Albert, and Woodward at McGinnis. Last week to begin district play, Guthrie, Carl Albert, McGinnis, and Woodward each won their contest. Next up is the Eskridge Chevrolet's keys to the game, Mercy Health Report, and the kickoff between Guthrie and Guymon. This is the Interbank Blue Jay Kickoff Show.
Hey, Blue Jay fans, Eskridge Chevrolet is a proud supporter of Guthrie High School sports. This season, Eskridge Chevrolet at I-35 in Guthrie is cheering you the whole way and will help you score a game-winning deal in getting the new or used vehicle that you need. Don't worry about your credit history. Eskridge Chevy can get you approved. Come see us at Eskridge Chevrolet, just a short drive to I-35 in the Guthrie exit on Division Street. Call 1-800-NEW-CHEVY or visit EskridgeChevy.com.
The Interbank Blue Jay Kickoff Show continues next.
Hello, Blue Jay family. I'm Pastor Hetty. I want to invite you to North Church Guthrie, where you can expect fun, Bible-centered kids and student ministries, life-giving groups, engaging worship, and powerful messages. I would love to see you and your family at North Church Guthrie this Sunday at 9:30 or 11 a.m. at Guthrie Upper Elementary School, where our vision is to love God, love people, and follow Jesus. And remember, God loves you, and go win.
When it's time to buy your next new or pre-owned car, truck, or SUV, please think of John Vance Auto Group in Guthrie. We're just right around the corner from where the Blue Jays win football games. We work, shop, and worship in the same community as you. John Vance and his family and employees are usually in the stands rooting for the Blue Jays just like you. So keep us in mind and know we'd appreciate your business and promise to show it.
John Vance Auto Group, it's all true.
I-35 exit 153 in Guthrie.
John Vance Auto Group.
I'm Brian Sturkle with Interbank. You can bank on Guthrie's home team, the banking professionals at Interbank. Our decision makers and the people who serve you work closely together to provide responsible service and personal attention. We appreciate your business and look forward to seeing our friends in Guthrie and the surrounding communities at the Blue Jay football games. We're located at 224 East Oklahoma, or you can reach us by phone at 282-0470. Interbank, in it for you. Member FDIC.
Let's go live to the stadium with the call of tonight's game. Here's Chris Evans, Casey Porter, Phil Nichols, and Craig Fleck.
Interbank Blue Jay Kickoff Show continues here inside beautiful Jelsma Stadium on this fall evening. And boy, Phil, this is ideal football weather.
It's perfect weather, perfect night. It's been a great day. All the festivities for Guthrie homecoming, and you're right, Chris. Field looks gorgeous. Weather's perfect. People filing in left and right. It's already a packed house here for the Blue Jays, so going to be a great night of Blue Jay football.
No doubt about that. And the band's going to have a special performance here, so we'll be able to hear them in the background. And for our online viewers, they can watch that as well. Of course, we stream across the world at youtube.com/Guthrie News. You can watch the feed there, or right here on Hot 93.7 FM KSBI with our strong signal here as the Guymon Tigers have made their way all the way down here in central Oklahoma. And Phil, earlier today, it was 40, and I'm sure it's dropping now, 49 degrees in Guymon, so I'm sure they're thrilled, despite the 5-hour bus ride down here. I'm sure they're thrilled to come into 67-degree weather.
Well, I mean, this is going to feel like a heat wave to these kids, right?
Yeah.
So, yeah, and really, we need to find out what the temperature was yesterday, Chris, because I'm pretty sure they left yesterday to get here. The Guthrie drive is always the longest drive any of us take every year when we go out to Guymon, and it's these kids make a drive like this at least 5 times out of the year.
It's like us going to Stillwater from Guthrie, no big deal.
I mean, it's just crazy. So kids go through a lot from Guymon.
Of course, you look at Guymon this year, Phil, 0-4, dropped a game early this season at Western Heights. One of the few games they thought that maybe they could win. They did not win that game. And now you look at their schedule, there's one game that they might be able to compete in with Northwest Classen. And, Carl Albert went up there last week, got 3 points on the two-time state champions. All season long in 4 games, though, 9 total points. Well,
we've talked about this earlier this week on our radio show, Chris, on Wednesday night, but I believe this is the 16th or 17th straight losing season.
16th, trying to avoid 17.
17, and it's tough. Flecky a few minutes ago looked down the field, said looks like they got about 30 kids on the team. That's 5A football with about 30 kids on the team, and that's hard to do. And it doesn't make sense because you look at the other sports, cross country, you look at soccer, you look at golf. I mean, they put competitive teams out there in different sports. So, hopefully one of these days the kids from Guymon will get it figured out and they can enjoy some success on the gridiron as well.
And we've talked about it on the Wednesday night show, the high school huddle on 6 to 7 on Wednesday evenings. And Guymon, they're pretty good in soccer, pretty good cross-country program as well, but they have struggled, as you said. I mean, they play some teams from Texas and some teams from Kansas, and I think it's quite a bit smaller schools than what Guymon is, and just still struggling to get that. And so they've had several different head coaches over the year, and so they're just trying to find their way. I mean, they struggled in 4A, and when they moved up to 5A, it was really going to be difficult.
And then what do we do on top of that? We put them in the toughest district in 5A. Yes. So, I mean, it's, but there's no, that's nobody's fault. I mean, it is kind of what it is. So, just a tough situation for the Tigers. Unfortunately, it seems like for the last 16 years and looking like 17.
When Guymon's on the schedule to go away, it's nightmares for a couple of weeks. But when they're on the home schedule, that's always good. But their numbers are hard to view from up here. Right. On top of that, they run that option football, Phil, and the Oklahoma Sooner fan base know all about that with the Army football game, Georgia Tech, and all that. UConn High School
the Eureka Tornadoes back in the early 80s.
There you go. So it's going to be assignment football. I would expect Cade Whitfield and the linebacker crew to have a good night tonight.
I think they're going to have a big night. And then, of course, we got our big boys on the end. We get the Williams kid back tonight as well.
Yes, Turvey.
So Turvey is going to be ready to get down there and play some football. And then number 36, who I'll be honest with you, if I had to pick a defensive player of the year right now, it'd be Campbell Leach for me. It would be Campbell Leach for me. I mean, this kid's been disrupting teams every week all year. Had a great junior campaign, senior campaigns, no different, just actually turned it up a notch. So, just the defense this year for Guthrie has been absolutely unbelievable. I think we had 18 takeaways, is that right?
9 for scores.
9 for scores, and then 3 or 4 of the other ones ended up in scores. So, we're talking about 9 that were scored, either pick sixes or scoop and scores, and then additional touchdowns turn into points as well. So the defense for the Blue Jays has been very, very special all year long.
Blue Jays coming off a 37-9 victory over Piedmont last week, and the defense, that was offense, defense, special teams, they all put together last week, but the official numbers, of course, Craig does all the numbers, but coaches grade the defensive game film because it just goes too fast. But David Scott last week, Phil, who was our Guthrie North Church player of the game, finished with 18.5 tackles, 12 solo tackles, 7 assists tackles, 2 sacks, 3 tackles for loss, 5 quarterback hurries.
Yeah, I mean, he had a monster game. Obviously, I think that's probably the best game David's had in his entire career. I believe David's a 3-year starter for the Blue Jays, as many of these seniors are on this team. But David's a monster up front and in the middle. I mean, when he gets going, there's really not too many folks in 5A that can handle him one-on-one. I mean, he's a man-child in the middle for the Blue Jays.
High school marching band down on the beautiful turf here at Jelsma Stadium as we await the Guthrie Bluejays and the Guymon Tigers. Kickoff here in a little less than 12 minutes. So Guthrie's riding high, Phil, homecoming week. Your big favorite against Guymon. It's got to stay focused, come out, do what you're supposed to do early on, and kind of put this one away early.
Yeah, I mean, I think, for coaches, these weeks drive them absolutely crazy. I mean, with all the distractions going on, and it's every coach in America, homecoming week's always probably one of the toughest weeks. Usually you have one of your less competitive games scheduled for homecoming, but the reason is there's so many distractions out there. But I have a feeling Scott Mick will come out. They'll open it up early. I look for Kelly Beebe's defense to be swarming, and I would be surprised if all of our starters make it deep in the second half tonight.
This is the Interbank Blue Jay Kickoff Show from Jelsma Stadium. Blue Jays, by the way, will be on the road next week in the Panhandle when they travel to Woodward in another 5A2 district game. Take a time out here on the Interbank Blue Jay Kickoff Show. When we come back, Eskridge Chevrolet's keys to the game and the Mercy Health Report, and, of course, the kickoff between Guthrie and Guymon. Time out. This is the Interbank Blue Jay Kickoff Show.
Glenda here with Jim and our Red River Roofing crew. You've known us for 16 years of quality roofing services, and we are also proud installers of Diamond Coat pre-finished siding.
This quality wood siding product is scratch resistant, comes in custom color option, and will actually increase your home's resale value.
With a 30-year no-fade warranty, this siding is sure to impress.
Durability is #1, so choose a stylish exterior siding that will last.
Call today to boost your home's curb appeal with beautiful Diamond Coat siding. Visit us at redriverroofing.com.
F&M Bank is a neighborhood bank with 8 branches and 17 ATM locations across 4 counties in central Oklahoma. F&M Bank can help you with all of your personal, business, and agricultural banking needs, or simply add efficiency to your business. Check out F&M Bank with online and mobile banking at www.fmbankok.com or download their app and have all of their services in the palm of your hand. F&M Bank is a neighbor you can count on. F&M Bank, member FDIC.
Interbank Blue Jay Kickoff Show continues here inside Jelsma Stadium. Guthrie High School Marching Band going through their routine down on Jelsma Stadium. And big credit, John Lojeski, Poe, Chapel, and Casey Porter. Late September, and this field looks immaculate. They got the rice seed down not too long ago. That's starting to come up. So when the Carl Albert Titans come in here and comes in here, should be a green field for there.
Well, and what a lot of people don't realize, I think, you show up and everything's just so beautiful and ready to go. They were down here last night because they had some problems with the paint that they had tried to put down. They were down here last night restriping the entire field, getting it ready for tonight's game. So, as you said, big shout out to John Poe, Athletic Director John Chappell, and our buddy Casey Porter. They do a great job down here every day.
Of course, it's been a busy day. It's homecoming week in Guthrie, largest homecoming celebration in the state of Oklahoma for the high school side of things, and had the parade about 30 minutes long today. The streets were packed. Oklahoma Avenue was packed, and then you had the High School Hall of Fame at the Alumni Assembly this morning, and then they had their reception this afternoon, and the Guthrie High School Hall of Fame inductees will also be recognized here tonight as well. We'll try to bring you as much as possible on the airwaves.
Well, and Chris, you and I are very fortunate. We're on the selection committee for the Hall of Fame, and so we get to know the stories behind all these kids. Of course, many of them not kids, and none of them kids anymore. But matter of fact, one of the inductees today, Roland Miller, was your teammate on the Blue Jay basketball court, and of course went on to have unbelievable college career and played professionally over in Europe for several years. Just a great guy now, giving back to kids and doing individual coaching and really helping to bring the next generation of great basketball players along. But it's always fun to hang out with those Guthrie legends during homecoming week.
Yeah, no doubt, and I'm going to try to do this from memory, so help me out here.
Okay.
But going in, Patrina Lamb.
Class of 05, great cross-country and track athlete.
Joe Bartram.
class of 93, I believe.
Yep. Track and cross country.
Track and cross country.
Then you had Shannon Friday.
Shannon Friday, tremendous golfer, part of the state championship team. Rick Michoud, I call him Ricky Bobby, so I apologize, but Rick Michoud, the Hall of Fame coach here at Guthrie, told me he was the coach of the golf team, still is, but back when they said it was the greatest high school team he's ever coached. They had five All-Staters, the sixth one, the fifth, I believe he said, five kids, 4 of them were All-Staters. The fifth one would have been, he said, but you could only have 2 a team.
Yes.
So he just never found his turn, but tremendous. Of course, again, Shannon's another young man making a living, working with the youth of today, coaching them in the great game of golf.
Speaking of the youth today, Bill Wells.
Bill Wells, great wrestler, near and dear to my heart. I think he'd have to cut a little bit. He was a 123-pound state champion back in the day, but Bill was a big part of that state championship team for Guthrie back in 82, I believe, or 81. And the state champion himself, state runner-up. Just a fabulous guy. Of course, the Wells family is just a great family here in Guthrie. And the big saying today was bring Bill back. So we brought Bill back, and it was great to have Bill recognized today.
Then you move to the gridiron, of course, Kyle Smith, one of the great leaders in Guthrie football.
Well, Kyle Smith, I went up to Kyle after the ceremony and told him I'm really proud of him. And he said, I appreciate it. And I said, I don't mean for what you've done on the football field. I'm proud of the man you are. He's just a fabulous young man and has a great family. Of course, much of his extended family was there today. And I thought the greatest line of the day of the whole ceremony was after Kyle was done speaking, he goes down and his daddy yells up, "That's my boy."
Yep.
And I just, it just makes you proud as a dad. But Kyle's a first-class human being and was a tremendous football player.
No doubt about that. Of course, we mentioned Roland a little bit early on.
Yep.
All-time leading scorer at East Central University. Yep. Of course, Kai Staley was able to join us this morning, Phil, at the alumni banquet. Had to get back to Muskogee, coach, tonight.
I mean, what do you say about the most decorated player in the history of Guthrie football? I mean, he's coaching now. He's, as you said, he's an assistant coach down on Rafe Watkins' staff down at Muskogee, along with Keaton Callens, who I have a sneaking suspicion sometime in the future we'll probably be hearing him talk at the Hall of Fame induction ceremony. But Kai Staley, great high school career, All-American, part of that great 07 team that, as you said today, many people have ranked as one of the 10 greatest teams in the history of Oklahoma high school football. Scored over 700 points that season on offense. Mm-hmm. Just unreal. I mean, there was just so many great players on that team. Kai was the leader of that team, no doubt.
Yeah.
And just, again, a tremendous young man doing great things, continuing to give back, coaching football, doing what he loves. Just amazing. One thing I didn't realize, and I thought I knew quite a bit about Kai's career, I didn't realize he was recognized so much at Oklahoma State. I mean, I knew he was a Big 12 running back, but I did not realize all the other awards.
Let's go downstairs with tonight's national anthem. And that is the national anthem time by the Guthrie High School Choir, of course, led by the great Bill Perring.
Bill Perring, Rob Blackburn, the whole staff does an incredible job. And our bands, yet another thing we can be so proud of here in Guthrie. Again, a long tradition of wonderful bands coming out of Guthrie. So no different this year.
Well, we got a few more seconds here as Guthrie and Guymon are making their way onto the field here in a matter of moments. We'll have the coin toss, and we'll also have tonight's Eskridge Chevrolet's Keys to the Game and that Mercy Health report. But congratulations to the Ladies J softball program. 19-5 is what they finished right now. They got one more game, trying to go for 20 wins in a regular season, but more importantly, Phil, they are hosting districts for the first time since 1998.
Yeah, that's a big deal, and that's one of the sports that, to be quite honest, doesn't get as much support as they should. I mean, if you don't have a kiddo on the team or a grandchild on the team or a niece, or you just don't, it's rare you go out and support them. And I would encourage everybody to get out and support the Lady Jays. They deserve it. They work so hard every day, and we need to get out and support these girls. They've done a fabulous, fabulous job.
No doubt about that. And they'll have one more home game, and then they get set to host regionals, and they will be one of the favorites to get to the state tournament. As long as we can get Carl Ever and Piedmont on the other side of the bracket, the state tournament, that would be fantastic.
You got any stroke there? You can call somebody?
I can. Van Shea's my only hope.
Well, Van, if you're listening.
Absolutely. But, all right, Phil, let's get to those Eskridge Chevrolet's keys to the game here tonight. Guthrie, big favorite here tonight against Guymon.
Well, I mean, the keys to the game, I always start the same thing every week. You got to protect the football. I think for this game tonight, the key for the Blue Jays, come out early, punch them in the mouth, get some points on the board. And, the fact is we just have more horses than they do. So, hopefully this is one of those games, key to the game for me for the Blue Jays, keep everybody healthy going into the rest of the district schedule.
And the Mercy Health report, everything seems to be pretty good for the Blue Jays here tonight.
Yeah, I mean, I don't think anything's changed. Of course, big Mr. Ronas, I just don't think we're going to get him back this year the way it looks. I mean, we don't know that for certain, but very unfortunate thing. Definitely would have been our top offensive lineman this year, senior campaign. And a kid that once he gets healthy, he'll play somewhere because you just don't make him 6'5", 6'6", 300 pounds like this young man, and he's athletic. But I think that is our primary, still the only injury we've had all year, knock on wood, but it was a big one for the Blue Jays.
As you see there, the Blue Jay captains tonight, number 55, Dylan Dollar, senior offensive lineman. Number 56, Parker Rainey, moving the side to the defensive side because of some of those injuries. Yep. Number 15, Justin Ergang, and, of course, one of the Gooseby brothers, number 17, Dominique Gooseby. We might be seeing a lot of Goosebeys tonight.
Well, of course, the last home game here against Ponca City Wildcats, it was Dominic that did the scoop and score at the end of the game, really blew that game open, but Goosebeys are going to be missed next year. We'll still have a Gooseby, but we won't have the Goosebeys.
Absolutely, and I was looking down. Blue Jays, they won the toss and deferred. Is that what happened?
I believe that's correct, Chris.
All right, so Blue Jays tonight, you look at the uniform, the silver connection tonight, going back to the old school uniforms.
My favorite.
Yes.
My favorite. I love it. I mean, it's always fun to see the blackout and all that stuff, but there's just something about the old traditional uniforms, and it's appropriate on homecoming. We break those out.
And here in a matter of moments, the Blue Jays will come out onto the field here on this homecoming 2018. Looks like a crowd still filing in. Of course, the big tailgate party held outside. It's just a great scene here in Guthrie.
Every Friday night's packed, but homecoming is even more so. So it's going to be a big, big night. It'll be loud here in the stadium, no doubt about it. So should be a great night of football. As you said, weather's absolutely perfect. So good friends of ours getting recognized, Chris, down the field.
Looks like we got
Eskridge.
Yeah, Eskridge Chevrolet, who was the sponsor tonight of the tailgate party, and Eskridge Chevrolet also donated $5,000 to the Charter Oak Playground fundraiser out there. So Billy Clark and that crew did a great job there.
Yeah, we're so lucky to have them in our community. Of course, Eskridge Chevrolet does so many good things, as you said, whether it's writing a check to get playground equipment for our new school, or sponsoring the tailgate party before a game. Just thanks to Eskridge Chevrolet and all they do.
Absolutely. And real quick, before the Blue Jays come running out onto the field, I want to say a shout out to Paul Montgomery watching from Mingo County, West Virginia on the YouTube feed.
One of the best things about this YouTube feed is we get comments back from alums that can't get back, whether it's every Friday night or homecoming, they can't get back here. So it's wonderful they can sit at home, watch the game, and have a great, great time.
And here are the Blue Jays out onto this beautiful Jelsma Stadium. So we're just moments away from kicking off the contest here on Homecoming 2018 between Guymon and Guthrie. Got a good officiating crew tonight as well. Danny Gage is in the crew. This is crews from out of Stillwater. Sean Spivey, a good friend of mine. been doing a lot of football himself, and so we are about ready to kick this one off. Guymon Tigers will be kicking left to right on the radio dial. We got the team here tonight. Phil, got Braden Russell on the camera, got Aaron Ryburn producing, of course, Craig Fleck. We'll hear here in just a little bit, stats and all that good stuff, and so great night for high school football. It's
perfect. I mean, it's just a wonderful evening. Of course, we always want to thank Laverne Downey and Rick Davis. They do a great job with the scoreboard, and Dennis Oakes and his team does a great job announcing, and so it's just fabulous that everybody can get together and spend a night like this together.
If you know me, text me what years you're here because I'm not sure.
Getting our camera situation figured out. We got it all good. Aaron Ryburn with our new scoreboard. Well, we've had it one game so far, but we're going to try to keep adding more features to the broadcast. More and more.
Yeah, and Aaron's a pro, so we're very lucky to have Aaron on the team with us. He does this for a living, so doesn't get much better than Aaron.
We're underway. Looks like an onside kick, and Guthrie will pounce on it at the 42-yard line. So here come the Guthrie Blue Jays, 4-0 in 5A football, and 1-0 in district play, looking to go to 5-0, off to the best start, Phil, since 2014.
Yeah, it's been a great start to the season. Of course, we've talked about it for some time. The best part about this, these kids are playing wonderful as a team, and have just done a fabulous job. The maturity level from this year compared to last year is unbelievable.
Senior quarterback for the Jays, Jackson Waddell, jersey number 8. He'll have 3 receivers to the near side, 1 receiver to the far side. That's big Talik Jackson. Shotgun snap. Nope, not quite yet. The Blue Jays will look to the sideline before this first down and 10 play. Ball spotted on the 42-yard line. Jackson with Justin Adams on his left side. Little screen pass out and tackled immediately on the reception for the Blue Jays was Cade Gugasberg, but it's a 3-yard loss back to the 39-yard line.
Number 6 for the Guymon Tigers came in from that safety position, read it perfect, made a big play on Cade. But, I think everything we talk about this, Scott Mick does a great job every week of setting up plays, 3-4 plays down the line. So even though that play didn't turn to positive yards, he's positioning something that's going to be coming up here shortly.
2-yard official loss there back at the 40-yard line. Second down and 12, just underway here, first quarter. Jackson Waddell takes a snap, play action, rolls to the far side, wants to throw it, has 2 guys wide open, finds Talik at midfield, quickly to the 45 and tackled at the 41-yard line. He had Talik and Brody both on that route there.
Big Talik, 6'5" kid, transferred in this year from Midwest City area. Of course, his daddy played here for the Blue Jays years ago. Absolutely wonderful play. He's so big, Chris. Once he gets going north and south, he's a bunch to get down.
19 yards for Talik there, all the way to the Guymon 41-yard line. We have an injured Guymon Tiger here on the second play, and Guymon, not a whole lot of depth on that sideline over there, so hopefully this is nothing too major here. Hate to see anybody get hurt any part of the game, but especially early on here.
Yeah, unfortunately, I was watching that area of the field, and it was obvious the young man's got a knee injury, so hopefully he's not hurt seriously, and he'll be able to get up, get out of here, and if not, come back today, get healthy.
Who has the longest tenure?
Of course, every homecoming game, if you've been here, Dennis Oakes, I think this is one of the funnest nights he has on the microphone because he calls everybody out, and everyone's so excited.
Well, and Dennis being an alum himself of Blue Jays, I think he's a proud graduate from 77, I think, but I think him and Jeff Chappell were classmates, but right in that time area. But you can hear him in the background. He's going
Absolutely.
strong.
And his grandson was part of the royalty crew, the little escort guy.
Looking good. Had his suit on today.
Yep.
Looks sharp.
Cruz. Yeah.
Cruz had his suit on and looking big time this morning.
Still tending to the injured player down on the field for the Guymon Tigers. And hopefully this is precaution here and just making sure they don't move anything too quick. Of course, Shaner Dyer, the Guthrie trainer, down there helping the Guymon, and she's headed off to the sideline in a jog. So I'm sure she's going to help render aid over there. And there we see the young guy getting help off the field. And hard to see a number, exactly what number that is, but again, of course, this is really not a big deal to anybody except for people who do the play-by-play. But they send a roster, Phil, and it's in numerical order, not number order.
Numerical. I don't want to make you.
I'm sorry, it's an alphabetical order, not numerical order.
I don't want to make anybody mad, but that might be why they're on 16 on winning season.
So, but we'll try to get the names out there as fast as possible. We're set to resume action. First down and 10 for the Blue Jays at the Guymon Tiger 41-yard line. Marcellus Owens check him out at the top of the formation. See if the Jays go to him early in this series here. First down and 10. Jackson rolls to the near side. Looks like a quarterback lead as he gets to the line of scrimmage. To the 35, cuts it to the 30, to the 25, near side 20, and pushed out of bounds. First down, Blue Jays as we Jackson. I think he can do that all night long if he wanted to. He had great downfield blocking as well.
Yeah, I mean, those skinny linemen, as Rick Michoud calls them, those wideouts, they've done a fabulous job the first 4 weeks getting downfield, making great blocks for our running backs and quarterbacks, and tonight's no different, doing a fabulous job.
20-yard run there by Jackson Waddell. Gives the Blue Jays a fresh set of downs as they have moved the ball as expected here on their opening drive. Remember, they scored on their opening drive last week in the win against Piedmont. First down and 10 from the 21-yard line. Ball on the near hash mark. Marcellus into motion. They hand it off him on a jet play. Trying to get to the line of scrimmage. As he gets the edge, he gets it, and he's tripped up at the, we'll call him about the 16-yard line. Stayed in bounds. Clock continues to roll. 10:50 to play in the opening quarter. Jays 0, Guymon 0. Officially 5 yards for Marcellus on that play there, and so we've seen Blue Jays go through the air. A couple of good running plays, so everything seems to be coming easy to him here on this opening drive here. Guymon with a 4-man front. Second down and 5 from the Guymon 16. 3 receiver set. Adams on the right side. They'll hand it off to Adams. He runs on the left side to the 15, gets it to the 10, carrying a couple of Tigers down near the 5-yard line. And they're going to mark him at the 6, so a nice 10-yard run there by Justin Adams.
You know, Justin's one of those kids all year, Chris, it's just keeps getting a little more confident, a little better. Runs the ball really hard, but what you're starting to see Justin do, he's starting to wait for his blocks, starting to let his blocks set up, and then cutting off those blocks. So he's really growing up as a running back in the last 4 weeks as well.
Boy, he runs the ball hard, doesn't he?
He runs hard.
11-yard pickup for Justin. It's first and goal for the Jays. Guggersberg, Marcellus, and Brody. Number 1, number 2, number 3 in your roster. Lined up at wide receiver. Brody in motion. Jackson's going to run with it on quarterback lead. Lowers the shoulder. Moves a couple Tigers and gets into the end zone. And Blue Jays on top 6-0 early on here in Guthrie.
You know, Chris, on that touchdown, Jackson gets hit on about the 2.5, 3-yard line and just said, not tonight, buddy.
Linda
He just kept pushing,
Did
a fabulous job getting across the goal line.
Talik Jackson with a great block down the field for the Blue Jays as they go up 6-0 away in the PAT. Jackson Waddell, the holder for the Blue Jays. David Vargas on for the PAT. He's pretty darn good. Kick is up, and the kick is good. Guthrie with an early 7-0 lead. Timeout from Guthrie. This is Guthrie Blue Jay football.
Linda here with Jim and our Red River Roofing crew. You've known us for 16 years of quality roofing services, and we are also proud installers of Diamond Coat pre-finished siding.
This quality wood siding product is scratch resistant, comes in custom color option, and will actually increase your home's resale value.
With a 30-year no-fade warranty, this siding is sure to impress.
Durability is number 1, so choose a stylish exterior siding that will last.
Call today to boost your home's curb appeal with beautiful Diamond Coat siding. Visit us at redriverroofing.com.
F&M Bank is a neighborhood bank with 8 branches and 17 ATM locations across 4 counties in central Oklahoma. F&M Bank can help you with all of your personal, business, and agricultural banking needs, or simply add efficiency to your business. Check out F&M Bank with online and mobile banking at www.fmbankok.com or download their app and have all of their services in the palm of your hand. F&M Bank is a neighbor you can count on. F&M Bank, member FDIC.
Well, Phil, Blue Jays go right down the field just as we expected.
Yeah, it's kind of like what we talked about. We thought Scott would set some things up, get down, punch them in the mouth early. Now, the offense did their job. Now we need the Blue Jays defense to come out, do the same, get a 3-and-out here, be a big-time deal, go score some more points.
Blue Jays take the opening drive, 58 yards, just 6 plays in 2 minutes and 9 seconds, capped off by a 5-yard touchdown run by Jackson Waddell. That is your John Vance Motors scoring summary. John Vance Motors, where it's comfortable to buy a truck. David Vargas, the kicker, right to left on your radio dial. Again, he's one of the best in 5A football, and you see why as it goes 8 yards deep into the end zone. First down 10 for the Guymon Tigers.
That kid has a leg like a mule. It's unbelievable. Well, and we've had some kickers had tremendously strong legs. His is strong as any of them that's ever kicked down here.
Yeah, Coach Michoud really excited and about his collegiate future.
Yeah.
Still trying to find out where that is, but I think the options will come at the end of the year for him.
Yeah, and we talked about it. He's a big kid. We asked him if he wanted to play another position. He said, no, I kicked the ball. And I said, okay.
End of conversation.
End of conversation.
So the Guymon Tigers, again, they are a wishbone, flexbone, run the football type deal. We'll see what they do here. They do open up with a couple wide receivers here on their opening drive. It's the pistol formation for the Tigers, 1st and 10 from their own 20-yard line. They will throw on first down. Coming near side, it's a pass that goes over the head of the intended receiver, number 11 for the Tigers. Again, not in numerical order, so I can't find them right off. Looks like that's Adriel Espadas, the senior, and a lot of Spanish names on the roster as Guymon, Oklahoma.
Sure.
Is it the pig farms or something? That's
something like that.
Flake knows all that stuff.
That ball, that last pass, just a little bit. Core process. The ball just a little bit out of the reach of the wide receiver on that last play. So we'll see if they can regroup here and get something put together.
Poor processing plan is what I've been
told.
Poor
processing plan.
There you go. 2nd down 10 for the Tigers. Little misdirection play here and not much. They'll get back to the line of scrimmage. Maybe you lost a half a yard, but we'll call it 3rd down and 10 from the 20-yard line.
Yeah, Campbell Leach. We talked about Campbell before the game in on that tackle, and just did a great job. Another kid that hasn't got a lot of people haven't heard about is DJ Coonsfield. Or J.D. Coonsfield, excuse me.
Daniel James Coonsfield.
Daniel James Coonsfield.
I just learned that today.
Daniel, he's that from now on. But Daniel James has done a fabulous job for that safety position and on that tackle as well, number 42. Of course, hurt most of last year, but has just had a fabulous season this year.
Tigers come to the line of scrimmage. 3rd down and 10 to receiver set. Pistol formation. Tigers will throw it for the 2nd time. Center of the field. It's caught at the 24 and down immediately. Nice job there by the Blue Jay defense. Looked like that was Hector Gooseby in on the tackle. And looks like the Guymon Tigers will punt the football away on their opening drive after a 4-yard pickup.
Yeah, the Blue Jays just swarming to the ball right now. And of course, that's what we've came to kind of expect from a Kelly Beebe-led defense. Yeah. There's not going to be 1. There's not going to be 2. There's not going to be 3. There's going to be 4 or 5 kids getting there at the same time.
Well, we see the numbers against Piedmont last week, 10, 13, 14, 16, 20 quarterback hurries last week, and they win over Piedmont.
Yeah, great job last week, as it has been all year for the Blue Jay defense.
Punt formation for the Tigers at their own 15-yard lines. The punter gets the snap, and it's a high punt. Will not reach midfield in the air. Fair catch called for by Marcellus, and he retrieves it at the 45-yard line. 1st down and 10 for the Blue Jays. 8:14 to play in the first quarter. They lead Guymon early, 7-0.
Yeah, that's a great play by Marcellus, coming up and fielding that ball, making a clean catch. 3 or 4 Guymon Tigers all around him. Saved probably 5-10 yards on that punt by coming up and making that catch.
If I'm out there, I drop it. I just know I drop the football. There's too many moving parts. The ball's way in the air. It's more difficult than it looks.
Well, as a guy that loves you, Chris, if you were down there, you'd be running the other way.
Maybe not tonight. I'd be kind of amped up. Handoff Kale Kaufman. Kale runs tough there as he takes it from the 45-yard line out near the 48-yard line. Pick up a 3. Kale Kaufman. 5'9", 160-pound junior, gets most of the reps on defensively. It looks like he'll get a few offensive snaps here tonight as he has to actually check that at the 42-yard line. 2nd down, 7. 3 receiver set. Everything on the way right now for the Jays offensively. Jackson cuts it up, gets to the 40, gets 35, gets a block by Marcellus at the 30 to the 25, cuts it at the 20, almost went out of bounds at the 18, and he'll be down inside the 20-yard line. Jackson had a busy week last week, over 100 yards rushing last week and over 100 yards passing last week as well.
Yeah, Jackson's having a great senior campaign, and we need senior Jackson Waddell to show up every week, and he has, and he's going to be a big reason for the Blue Jays' success this year as they continue to go down the district play.
Again, a carry down to the 18-yard line. 24-yard run for the senior quarterback. 1st down and 10. See the Jays, they like to find Marcellus down here at the bottom of this formation, one-on-one, no safety help. Instead, they'll hand it off to Kel Kaufman. That works too. 15
gets
a block to the 10, to the 5. Touchdown, Kel Kaufman. There is a flag thrown down, and it looks like they're going to call a holding on Marcellus. And Marcellus made a great block to open it all up. Followed his guy a little bit further. I don't know if the block was there. The second block was there. I don't know if it was needed, but Marcellus drove him backwards, and official saw something.
They're going to call holding. I was watching the entire play. I'm sure, they're closer than me, Chris, but sometimes you wonder if I shouldn't set an eye appointment at Bennett Optical for some of these guys. I'm just saying. I didn't see a hold on that play. Obviously, that's what they called, and that's what we'll go with.
They're a touch closer than us, and so.
Looks like Coach Mashue's not ready to leave the field just yet.
Holding is the call against Guthrie. So take the points off the scoreboard, and the penalty will move it back to the 13-yard line. Not only Guthrie run the ball well, the offensive line and receivers are creating these huge gaps to run through.
Huge gaps.
So with the penalty, it's first down and 5 yards to go. 7-10 to play, opening quarter. 3 receivers set. Kel Kaufman running back next to Jackson Waddell. They hand it off to Kel on the left side across the 10. Drags a Tiger down to the 7-yard line. It'll be a first down for the Blue Jays. We'll mark it at the 6-yard line. First and go, 7:03 to play, first quarter.
Kel Kaufman, one of those kids, kind of does it all. He plays obviously a standout defensive player for the Jays. Starting to see him a little bit more on the offensive side of the ball, I think, trying to get him some reps, get ready to make it, a deep, deep district run.
Kel's one of those players that plays with a lot of emotion,
Thought he blew his knee out a few weeks ago down there after he intercepted a ball, so definitely an emotional kid.
First and go from the 6-yard line. Jackson wants to throw it, looking for Marcellus, has him, and a one-handed catch. He makes the catch, but is out of bounds. Almost made he did make a great catch, just wasn't in bounds, and that's the play I thought we might see a couple plays earlier, and that was a great pass, great catch, just the foot was a little bit out of bounds.
Well, I'm going to tell you, it looked a little bit like the original number 3 there for a second. Dante Foster going up and grabbing that one-handed, but Marcellus has had a tremendous year so far. His attitude's been incredible. Probably the most gifted kid on the Blue Jay field, without question.
Second down and go from the 6-yard line. Marcellus in motion, left to right. Fake the pitch to him. Jackson avoids one tackle inside the 5 and down to the 2-yard line. And it'll be third down and go from the 2.
Yeah, I can guarantee you one thing. We will not see a field goal attempt on this drive.
No. David Vargas can rest probably this week. He was huge last week.
He was huge last week. It was actually, if David hadn't had such a tremendous defensive game, was very much in the conversation for player of the game last week.
He's going to have to kick off a little bit more extra tonight. He'll still be busy.
Yeah. I don't know if we can give a player of the game for kickoffs, can we?
Third and go from the 2. Marcellus on a little jet play, and he's going to get into the end zone untouched. Blue Jays on top, 13-0. Strike up the Guthrie Band. Made it look easy again, Phil.
Yeah, I made it look real easy. And just the offensive line is doing a great job. And we've just got so much more speed than the kids from Guymon. It's going to be tough for the Guymon kids to see.
David Vargas for the PAT. Clock at the 5:57 mark. Snap, hold, kick over the rock. It's up, and it is good. Guthrie on top, 14-0. 5:57 to play here in the first quarter. Timeout from Jelsma. This is Blue Jay football.
At Terra Insure Group, you'll be helped by lifelong Blue Jay fans, Jason Herzl, Dennis Oakes, and Seth Robbins. They aren't limited to any single provider. They'll work with you to find the carrier and the plan that fits you best. Terra Insure Group is an independent insurance agency specializing in home, auto, and commercial lines of insurance. Call Terra Insure Group at 293-4880 or stop by at 2403 South Division or visit them online at tigok.com. Terra Insure Group, insuring your world. When it comes to Guthrie Bluejay Athletics, Hayes Funeral Home is a proud supporter from the first game all the way to the championship game. Along with many years of experience in funeral service, the Hayes family brings compassion and professional service during difficult times. Owners Chuck and Lynette Hayes take pride in providing families and their loved ones quality care. Chuck and Lynette have not only supported families in the Guthrie area for countless years, but have supported Guthrie student athletes succeeding on the playing field and in the classroom. Hayes Funeral Home is located on the corner of Noble and Wentz, or simply give them a call at 405-282-3100.
Second offensive drive for the Blue Jays. The results in the second touchdown of the night. Guthrie on top 14-0. We'll get to the John Vance Motor scoring summary here in a matter of moments. David Vargas approaches the football, kicks it off right to left on your radio dial. This one will go into the end zone for the touchback. It'll be first down and 10 for the Guymon Tigers from the 20-yard line. Blue Jays needed 6 plays on their opening drive. Well, they need 6 plays in their second drive. This time they go 45 yards in 2 minutes and 17 seconds. 2-yard touchdown run by Marcellus Owens, and that is your John Vance Motor scoring summary. John Vance Motors, where it's comfortable to buy a truck. 2 drives, 2 similar drives to begin this one, Phil.
Yeah, I mean, they're almost identical. I mean, you know, we're not going to see a lot of, I can promise you we're not going to see anything new tonight on the offensive or the defensive side of the ball for the Jays. We're going to save that for later in the district play, but just not a whole lot Guymon can do with the Blue Jays on either side of the ball right now.
Were you surprised to see Guymon throw twice on their opening drive?
Very surprised.
Now they go under center for the first time tonight. And this is kind of the formation we were expecting to see on the entire evening, and they try to go outside with this on the quarterback keeper, and he's going to be hit for a loss, a big loss behind the 15-yard line, all the way backfield to the 13-yard line, loss of 7. And the quarterback obviously saw there was nothing up the middle. It's going to be stopped for 1-yard loss, 2-yard loss, but he kept it. Now it's a 7-yard loss.
Well, we may see him hand that ball off the rest of the night, Chris. But, you know, same deal on defense. 6-7 Blue Jays get there at the same time, led by number 17, Dominic Gooseby on that play.
Back to the 16-yard line, so second down and 16. Tigers have run 4 plays so far, 2 running plays, 2 passing plays. We'll see what they do here with a few receivers each side of the formation. Second down, 16 from their own 14-yard line. 5:11 to play in the first quarter. They will throw the ball here. Coming to the near side. And Turvey Williams is bringing down for the sack inside the 5-yard line. And we see already Turvey Williams making his presence known here after missing the last 2 ball games.
Well, last time we saw Turvey, he was running across the field. This time he was running straight up the field and had the Guymon quarterback in his hands. I mean, Turvey's a physical just freak. Has so much upside on the defensive side of the ball. Tried to play him a little bit at running back last year. Wouldn't be surprised if they're not done trying him to play there before he gets out of Guthrie.
Well, again, Guymon's going to be behind the 8 ball all line tonight, though. It's third down and 25 from the 5. And, again, this is why I was kind of surprised to see them coming out throwing as much as they have, just trying to get the run game going. I know it's going to be tough, but you got to get something going.
They're going to keep trying anything they can.
Third down, 25 from their own 5-yard line. Ball is snapped and fumbled immediately, and they jump right back on that in around the 4-3-yard line, and so the Tigers will have to punt this one away once again, but this one will come from their own end zone on 4th down and 26.
Be interested to see if we go try to get this. Let's see if Ricky gets in there. Rick Mashu, defensive special teams coordinator, tries to dial up a block here. That'd be fun. They are setting up the return, but it'd sure be fun to see the kids up front get a block.
Marcellus and C.J. Ward at the 35-yard line. 9 seconds on the play clock. It's a good snap. Pretty good punt for the circumstances. Marcellus fields it at the 33-yard line, goes to the far side to the 30, cuts it to the 25. Now coming back to the home side. Gets a big block by Gooseby, frees him up at the 20, and down quickly to the 10, stays on his feet to inside the 5, and finally brought down at the 3-yard line. And you saw the block coming from Gooseby the entire way. It was just, don't hurt the guys. It was going through my mind the entire time.
Kelly Beebe just grabbed him right off the field. I'm sure he said good job, but he may have said, hey, buddy, great job. You know, it's okay. You don't have to do that necessarily. But a tremendous job. Defensive stalwart Dominic Gooseby comes back, springing a big run by Marcellus there with a big block.
And it's tough in football these days as Marcellus returns at 30 yards on that punt return. It's tough playing defense these days, and you got to block the right way, you got to tackle the right way, or it could cost you some playing time.
Well, I've had a lot of fun watching all the memes on social media showing how to properly sack an NFL quarterback, right?
30-yard punt 30-yard return.
That works out all right.
So first and goal for the Blue Jays from the 3-yard line. C.J. Ward this time in the backfield. Third different Blue Jay to run the football. He's trying to get out to the edge. He's going to maybe lose a yard. He ran 25 yards to pick up no yardage there. It'll be second down and goal. And so we've seen 3 running backs. Of course, we've seen Jackson run the football. And I think we expect a whole bunch of people run the ball tonight. Marcellus had on that little jet sweep for the touchdown run.
We've talked about it as it pertains to CJ. If that young man would just consistently put his toe in the ground and go north to south, he'd be electric. He just continually runs east and west, drives you. Now, the next time he touches it, he'll break it for a touchdown, but it's just feast or famine with CJ.
Second down and goal from the 3-yard line. Jackson will keep it and will be into the end zone untouched. Jays with a third touchdown here in the first quarter. Strike up that Guthrie High School band. (20-0), 2:31 play here in the first quarter. David Vargas on for the PAT. Jackson Waddell, the holder, trying to make it a 21-0 ball game. Snap, hold, the kick is up, and it is good as it sails onto Harrison Avenue. Your score now with 2 minutes and 31 seconds play here in the first quarter. Guthrie 21, Guymon 0. And my mixer board is thinking about synchronizing. There we go. Now we can take a timeout. This is Guthrie Bluejay football from Jelsma Stadium.
Sonic has every slush flavor someone could ever want.
This is basically slush headquarters.
Where sour blue raspberry plans world domination.
Well, not if Lemonberry has anything to say about it.
Oh, Lemonberry, you're already sour. Come to the sour side.
Never. I'll never join you.
Refreshment just got colorful with new slush flavors like blue raspberry made with Nerds candy. And start your day with the 99-cent morning drink stop.
Sonic at I-35 at Highway 33.
This is how you Sonic. What a great time of year. Blue Jay football, tailgating, bands, fans cheering, and the excitement that comes with America's favorite sport. At John Vance Auto Group in Guthrie, we're excited about our huge selection of new Fords, GMC, Cadillac, Buick, Chrysler, Dodge, Jeep, and Ram, each competitively priced and with a free lifetime powertrain guarantee. Come see us or shop us at vanceautogroup.com.
John Vance Auto Group, it's all true.
I-35 exit 153 in Guthrie.
John Vance Auto Group.
Braden Russell, Craig Fleck, Aaron Ryder, Phil Nichols, Chris Evans coming to you from Jelsma Stadium, Guthrie, Oklahoma. Blue Jays with a 21-0 lead. David Vargas' kick will not make the end zone. It's retrieved at the 9-yard line. Here's the return quickly to the 15, out to the 20-yard line, and doesn't go in the end zone, but it will start at the 20-yard line. Guymon Tigers will have a first down and 10. 2:25 to play here in the first quarter. Blue Jays with a third touchdown. This time a 3-yard touchdown run by Jackson Waddell, his second rushing touchdown tonight. Marcel Sones had that 30-yard punt return to set the Jays up first and go from the 3. Blue Jays need 2 plays to get into the end zone. 48 seconds off the clock. And that is your John Vance Motors scoring summary. John Vance Motors, where it's comfortable to buy a truck.
Yeah, I wish I could kick under a football and still kick it to the 8-yard line, Chris.
Yeah, that's his poorest kick of the year.
I mean, jeez.
They'll officially mark it at the 19-yard line, so it's first down and 10. Tigers underneath center. They'll hand it off, and the running back will get maybe 1 yard to the 20-yard line. It'll be a second down and 1 play upcoming. Looked like that was number 9, the ball carrier for the Guymon Tigers. And it's a guessing game to find. There he is, Alex Sappington. He is a senior running back for the Guymon Tigers.
Shouldn't that be taught in coaching college? That when you send a roster to a visiting team, it's not in alphabetical order?
Yeah, I haven't seen one like this in a long time, but
it's all in Little League once.
Second down and 9 from the 20. Hand up the middle and squirting out there for a couple of yards is the running back. Low to the ground, looks like a strong running back there for the Guymon Tigers. Where's jersey number 32? And so Guymon will have a third down play upcoming.
I'm most impressed with the fact that you can read any of those numbers. They've got their beautiful uniforms. Guymon has the flat black helmets and really nice looking uniforms. But the numbers are outlined, but you can't. There's nothing distinguishing them. It's hard to pick up.
Yeah, their home jerseys are tough too in the black uniforms. That was Harvey De La Rosa, the senior running back that time, picking up a couple yards. So it's 3rd down and 7 for the Tigers. 2 receivers in the formation, and the Tigers are going backwards as the quarterback hands it off, and De La Rosa will be hit for a loss on the play. So with 51 seconds and rolling to play here in this first quarter, Guymon will have to punt the ball away for the 4th time tonight.
Chris, Blue Jays almost stole that ball right out of the quarterback's hands. And if you saw that, they were there so quickly. I thought they had the ball there for a second.
Of course, if you haven't watched a lot of high school football, if the game continues to go this way, there is a great chance that a running clock will be moved, implemented in the second half to further the game so it doesn't get ugly.
Yeah, it's the right thing to do for both sides. There's nobody wins when you just destroy a team.
Punt bounces at the 40-yard line. CJ will pick it up inside his 45, comes to the near side at the 40, to the 35, dancing to the 33, and will be brought down. And the Blue Jays will once again start their next possession in Guymon territory. Blue Jays have gotten into the end zone 3 times, and they've needed 6 plays, and 2 plays to get their 21 points. There is 2 seconds left in the quarter, so Guthrie will have one more snap of the ball.
Quarter has went by quickly, Chris.
It has. 7:30. We're going to be good to go on breaks tonight, I have a feeling. Getting ready to hit break number 4 tonight of the first half. 3 receivers set, 1st down and 10 from the Guymon 35-yard line. Final play of the first quarter, barring a penalty. Jackson, play action. Outside, caught by Gugisburg, makes a dive to the 35, down to the 31-yard line. When we come back, it'll be 2nd down and 5 for the Blue Jays. First quarter in the books, Guthrie 21, Guymon 0. You're listening to Guthrie Blue Jay football on Hot 93.7 FM, KSBI.
Sometimes you need immediate care and can't get in to see your doctor during regular hours. With Mercy Convenient Care in Guthrie, you can walk in without an appointment and get the medical attention you need at a lower cost and with shorter waiting time than your local emergency room. The Mercy Convenient Care is located at 2919 South Division. For any concerns, call 405-282-6301. Services are provided by Mercy Hospital, Logan County. Choose Guthrie. Choose Mercy.
I'm Brian Sturkle with Interbank. You can bank on Guthrie's home team, the banking professionals at Interbank. Our decision makers and the people who serve you work closely together to provide responsible service and personal attention. We appreciate your business and look forward to seeing our friends in Guthrie and the surrounding communities at the Blue Jay football games. We're located at 224 East Oklahoma, or you can reach us by phone at 282-0470. Interbank, in it for you. Member FDIC.
Presentation down on the field right now here on Jelsma Stadium. Phil, we mentioned earlier in the Interbank Blue Jay kickoff show, but Charter Oak Elementary, the new elementary school out south in the Guthrie School District, won $25,000 from State Farm. That money will go to playground equipment, and big thank you to State Farm, but Guthrie fans, Guthrie or members of the community voted for that through email, and you can vote up to 10 times that within, I think it was 10 days, and Guthrie votes came in, Guthrie votes wins.
Of course, yeah, great deal by State Farm, and wonderful thing they do all around the country to help communities where they have agencies. Of course, Kevin Croft has an agency here in town, local State Farm agent, good member of the community, and thanks so much to State Farm.
2nd down and 6. Blue Jays now moving left to right on the radio dial, and a loss on this play here all the way back to the 41-yard line. Loss of 9 on the play. One of the few times Blue Jays have gone backwards here tonight. And we'll see, they'll mark it at the 39. So a loss of 8 to begin this second quarter. Guthrie on top, 21-0.
That's the kind of stuff that'll drive offensive line coaches and offensive coordinators absolutely crazy. You cannot have those kind of mental breakdowns where you're giving up negative yards in a game like this.
Officials stop the clock. And we have a timeout. We'll go ahead and leave it here on the way. We got some time to talk here as the Blue Jays have a 21-0 lead, 11:28 to play until halftime. We resume action. Will be 3rd down and 14. And we expected Guthrie off to the good start here, 21-0. No surprise in this one so far. The Guymon offense, not much tonight, while the Guthrie offense has moved it pretty easy.
Yeah, they've done a good job all night. And, of course, coming up here right now, struggling a little bit on this drive, but I'm sure we'll get it turned around. But, we talked about at the beginning of the game, Chris, these are kind of games that you really just hope you don't get hurt in. Everybody's healthy. You can try a few things. You can work on some things. Don't want to show a whole lot in your playbook, but you can definitely go out and get some good reps in and try to get better for next week.
Blue Jays, 97 yards of offense time. Remember, they've had a short field all night tonight. Guymon, negative 13 yards of offense in this one so far. Blue Jays, 3rd down and 14. See if they go through the airwaves here as they have 3 receivers to the far side. 3rd down and 14 from the Guymon 39-yard line. Jackson Waddell takes a snap, rolls to the far side. Looking to throw, has a wide open receiver caught by Talik at the 30-yard line. Makes a move to the 25. Stiff arms. One guy is tackled inside the 25-yard line, and they needed 14. Looks like they're getting about 16 yards, and the Blue Jays will get the fresh set of downs.
That was a great play. Jackson Waddell rolls to his left side, gets his body turned up and down the field, sees big Talik coming across the middle, makes a perfect pass leak, turns it upfield, and gets that first down. Great job.
Jackson now 4 of 5 passing on the night. Talik with the reception there has his second catch of the night for about 35 yards now for the Blue Jay offense. 1st down and 10 from the Guymon 23-yard line. Justin Adams in there at running back on the right side of Jackson Waddell. 3 receiver set, 2 to the far side. Brody Hinkle, the receiver, to the near side. They'll give Adams a call up the middle. Look at him go down to the 15, inside the 10-yard line. 1st down and goal, Blue Jays.
Official, the umpire may have helped on that. He ended up on the field as well. Jumped right back up, though. These umpires are tough, Chris.
What was that? Justin Adams' 3rd carry of the night. Only had 3 yards going into that carry, but picks up 15 there. And Jays will have it at the 8-yard line, looking for the 4th touchdown of the night. Still 10:35 to play and rolling here in this second quarter. Tonight's just maybe trying to spread the wealth of scoring touchdowns tonight. Jackson Waddell already has 2 touchdowns. See if Justin Adams can get the carry here. Brody in the motion, right to left. Ball's on the near hash mark. 1st and go from the 8. Hand off to Justin, and Guymon sniffed that one out. It's going to be a hit for a loss on the play. You bring up 2nd down and goal.
I don't sound like I'm nitpicking here, but again, you don't want to see those kind of plays in a game like this, Chris. You've got to get a little bit better on every drive, every possession. So I know that these are the kind of things, and when they break down film this weekend, the coaches are going to be looking at those kind of plays, not the great plays where they're shoving it, into the end zone.
Guthrie averaging just over 7 yards per play. Getting ready to snap the ball offensively for the 19th time in this ball game. 2nd down and 12, though, from the 12. 2nd down and go. Jackson into the end zone looking for Marcellus, and it goes up, and he makes an amazing catch for the touchdown. Blue Jays back on the scoreboard. What a great catch by Marcellus Owens.
Great pass, great catch by both seniors there. Of course, they've been doing that, I think, since they were about 10 with each other, so fabulous execution. 6 more points on the board for the good guys.
Jackson Waddell, 2 rushing touchdowns, now a passing touchdown. Marcellus with a rushing touchdown and now a receiving touchdown. Blue Jays on top 27-0, 9:33 to play until halftime. David Vargas will now kick the extra point on the baseball side of Jelsma Stadium. Snap, hold, kick is up, and it is good. Your new score with 9:33 to play here in the second quarter. Guthrie 28.
It's a beautiful day to introduce people to the golden goodness of Golden Chick. So this is your first time you had Golden Chick. What do you think? Absolutely delicious. These are 100% tenderloin, no mystery meat.
I love them. They're so juicy and tender.
How long do you think it takes to marinate a perfect piece of chicken?
Probably
20 minutes.
Yeah, about 20. An hour?
What if I told you 24 hours? Wow. I feel like one of those infomercial guys. But wait, there's more time marinating the chicken. One taste, and you're golden. I need this pack.
Okay.
Hello, Blue Jay family. I'm Pastor Hetty. I want to invite you to North Church Guthrie, where you can expect fun, Bible-centered kids and student ministries, life-giving groups, engaging worship, and powerful messages. I would love to see you and your family at North Church Guthrie this Sunday at 9:30 or 11 a.m. at Guthrie Upper Elementary School, where our vision is to love God, love people, and follow Jesus. And remember, God loves you, and go win.
Blue Jays 4 touchdowns and less than 15 minutes of play. The latest drive, 35 yards, again, 6 plays, 2 minutes and 29 seconds off the clock. 12-yard touchdown pass from Jackson Waddell to Marcellus Owens. 9:33 to play in the first half. Your new score, Guthrie 28, Guymon 0. Scoring summary brought to you by John Vance Motors. John Vance Motors, where it's comfortable to buy a truck. David Vargas to kick this one off. Get to some of the scores in the state of Oklahoma. There's some great football games this week. A lot of good games in 6A Division II as well. We'll get to those here in a few moments as the Vargas approaches the football, angles this one to the right side. It's brought in inside the 20-yard line. The return out to the 25 and down at the 27-yard line. Gooseby on the tackle for the Jays. It'll be first down 10 for the Guymon Tigers, who are actually having their best field position of the entire night at their own 29-yard line.
Yeah, I know that it's homecoming here in Guthrie, Chris, and I know that we're obviously rooting for our Jays, but it'd be nice to see Guymon have a little bit of success, right?
Yeah, maybe, test the defense a little bit, make the defense work.
Yep.
Guymon's run nine plays tonight, negative 13 yards, 5 yards to the passing, but negative 18 rushing. And, Kelly Beebe's going to continue to bring the pressure with his linebackers and defensive ends. David Scott up the middle. It's a good little potent defense for the Jays. Turvey Williams and Cade Whitfield are your linebackers there. First down and 10 for the Tigers at the 29-yard line. Jays crowding that line of scrimmage. Guthrie jumps and looks like it might be the second penalty of the night against the Blue Jays. Looks like Big 40 got in the middle a little too quick, and Chase Stevenson.
Dead ball foul. Encroachment on the defense. 5-yard penalty. Remains first down.
The referee Mike worked.
That's outstanding.
You know how long we've been fighting the referee, Mike?
I think it's because Flecky gave it to him tonight. I think Fleck had some good karma on that.
I was like, don't move, let him talk, don't get in the way. 5-yard penalty on the Jays. First down and 5 for the Tigers from their own 34-yard line. And they'll hand it off, and Richard Doolittle will bring in the tackle. They might give a little bit of assist tackle there to Turvey Williams, who helps the running back up off the ground. It'll be second down upcoming as we get ready to go under 9 minutes to play until halftime. Guthrie 28, Guymon 0.
Of course, Richard's one of those juniors going to be back next year, and him and Turvey, very good friends, both in on that play.
6A1 scores real quick. Broken Arrow leads Norman tonight 28-0 in the second quarter. Edmond Santa Fe has a 3-0 lead over Yukon. That's one of the top games in the state this evening. Mustang trails Tulsa Union 14-0. Jinx and Enid playing tonight. Norman North trails Moore. That score is 21-0. We'll get the 6A2 scores here in a few moments. And Guymon calls a timeout. And let's see here. We got break number 6 coming up. We need 8. You know what? We're going to keep it here and take a look at some of the scores in football, Phil, and stop me if anything hits you here real quick. Muskogee's in Sand Springs tonight. Sand Springs leads Muskogee 21-17. That game in the second quarter. Sapulpa trails Bartlesville 28-21. Deer Creek Antlers on the road tonight in Lawton. Deer Creek 1-3 on the year, but they have a 3-point lead over Lawton, 10-7. Ponca City in Shawnee tonight. Of course, both teams Guthrie has faced this year. Guthrie picking up both victories, but Shawnee leads Ponca City 7-0. Ponca City still looking for their first victory of the year. Shawnee got their first win last week. The game of the week inside the state of Oklahoma, it's Midwest City at Stillwater. Second quarter score reporting Midwest City 0, Stillwater 10. The next big game in 6A2 is Booker T and Bixby. Bixby has a 7-0 lead over the Hornets, that in the second quarter. And the other score in 6A2, Del City leads Pump City West 15-6. We're set to resume action here. Second down and 5. Shotgun snap. Guymon wants to throw the ball, and here comes the pressure. And The quarterback was able to avoid the first 2 tacklers, but the third one will bring him down for the sack, and I missed who it was. Was it Richard Doolittle or
number
David
40?
Scott? Number 40 in on the tackle. That's good news for number 40 because he jumped off sides, and now he gets a sack there in Chase Stevenson.
Chase has done a good job all year. One of those kind of quietly just goes about, does his job. It's good to see Chase get involved in something or get you to call his name out, Chris.
Absolutely.
That's a good thing.
Lost 10 yards on the play. That brings up 3rd down and 15 for the traveling Guymon Tigers. About 4.5 hours in a fast vehicle is how long it takes to get there.
How many miles do they put on a bus a year?
Athletic buses. That doesn't count softball, baseball, basketball. 3rd down and 15 under center. Looking to throw. Rolled out on the right side. Throws it on the run. And it's incomplete at the 30-yard line. Even if the catch is made, it just gets back to the original line of scrimmage. And Guymon appears that will have to punt the football once again here tonight.
Now, you think about this, Chris. 3 and out, 3 and out, 3 and out, 3 and out. This is tough for these kids. I mean, it's just – anybody that's ever played the game has been in games like that where nothing goes your way. Imagine that being Groundhog Day, it seems like, right? I mean, just every week. It's just tough.
Yeah, it really is. Guymon getting ready to punt for the 4th time tonight. Negative 23 yards of offense. Marcellus and CJ back at midfield to return this punt. 7:38 to play here until halftime. Guthrie 28, Guymon 0. Glad to have you on board on this Friday night. We hit the road next week to Woodward, Oklahoma. By the way, Bishop McGuinness playing the Woodward Boomers tonight, and that game is actually in Oklahoma City. 2nd quarter score, Bishop McGuinness 21, Woodward 0.
Hey, let's go!
Dead ball foul. Delay.
Back to normal, Chris.
That was 50-50 there. That's 50-50.
He didn't give up.
No. Well, he doesn't know this way now. Delay game is the call against Guymon, so that'll back him up. 4th down and 29 for the Tigers. It's a good snap. Punter drops the ball, and now he's going to take off and run with it out to the 15, to the 20. Breaks the tackle to the 25, and he'll get to about the 30-yard line, close to the original line of scrimmage, but obviously not enough for a 1st down, and so the Guthrie offense will take over. And here's something, Phil, we haven't seen in a long time. Maybe it won't happen this first half, but a backup quarterback?
Could be tonight. I know a couple. I know one mama that'll probably be screaming that at halftime. Get Jackson out of there, give him a rest, get him ready for next week. Jackson Waddell, one of the toughest kids.
Yeah.
I mean, just so tough. Doesn't know how to run out of bounds.
3 receivers set. 1st down and 10 from the Guymon 29. Kel Kaufman up the middle, and it's a big gain, almost 10 yards, over 10 yards, about 11-yard pickup for Kel Kaufman. Showed some speed up that middle, Phil.
Yeah, Kel's one of those kids we talked earlier, kind of does a little bit of everything, plays with a lot of emotion. I for one, want to see Kel score a touchdown because I want to see a celebration. Yeah. I want to see what happens afterwards.
Kel Kaufman, 3rd carry of the night. That one 11 yards. So, yeah, it has 3 carries for 21 yards on the night. 7:05 to play, 1st half. 1st down and 10 from the 18. Kaufman on the right side this time, and he goes across the 10, down near the 5-yard line. Another 1st down run there by Kel. Back-to-back 1st down runs. This 1st and goal Blue Jays. Might as well just keep it in old Kel's hands, see if he can become the 3rd different Blue Jay to score tonight. Jackson with 2, Marcellus with 2.
Got to give a shout out to the #1 Blue Jay fan, right?
Jackson Hodge in the stands tonight, cheering on the Blue Jays.
Jackson, of course, the son of Hall of Fame daddy, Red Hodge.
Guymon takes a timeout. We will leave it here. Don't want to miss any of the scoring action here, and that gives us a time to take a look at some of the Class 5A scores here as we have 6:38 to play until halftime. Guthrie 28, Guymon 0. Bishop McGuinness, as mentioned, leads Woodward 21-0. Carl Albert, #1 team in 5A football, leads the Piedmont Wildcats in Midwest City, scoring in the 2nd quarter 14-7, a little closer than expected in that 2nd quarter. Coweta leads Durant 14-0. Collinsville, #5 team in 5A football, shutting out Tulsa Memorial 20-0. Game that we're watching close here in this broadcast booth tonight. El Reno and Noble tonight. Noble leads El Reno 7-0. District game, Lawton Eisenhower last night defeated Northwest Classen 34-8. Bishop Kelly leads Edison Prep 7-0. Claremore shutting out East Central 21-0. And I think probably the game of the week in 5A football is Altus at Ardmore. The game should be almost over. Actually, both teams like to run the football. First quarter score, Ardmore 7, Altus 0. Lawton Mac beat Southeast last night 48-0. Duncan leads Western Heights 21-0. And Ada leads McAllister by a score of 6-0. And those are some of the early scores here tonight in 5A football.
Well, Chris, there's a pass in that Altus Ardmore game. It was probably a mistake.
It's a trick play.
It's a trick play, yeah.
First and go for the Blue Jays as we resume action here from the 7-yard line. Shirley Kell-Coffin will get 4 chances to run the ball in, right, Phil?
I'd hope so.
Looks like we're having issues with the play clock in the end zone, south end zone. The one by the rock has always seemed to work, but we've seen this issue with this play clock, and looks like it's ready to go now. Hopefully that's the case. Play clock is in operation. So here we go. First and go from the 7-yard line. Kell-Coffin in there. And Jackson will actually throw for a wide open Brody Hinkle, who's in motion from the left to right, brings in the touchdown reception of 7 yards. Brody Hinkle strikes up the Guthrie High School band.
You know, Brody's had a heck of a good year too, Chris. Just really came on as a wide receiver. Of course, started last year at wide out. Didn't get as many looks as he would have probably liked last year, but, man, been a real key player for the Blue Jays this season.
Brody had a really great opening game this year in Enid as well. Gets into the end zone. Guthrie now 34-0 over the Guymon Tigers. We're not even halfway through the second quarter. Again, you certainly think we'll have a quick second half with a running clock. Snap, hold, kick. Good. Line drive is good. Blue Jays now increase that lead 35-0. Timeout from Jelsma Stadium. This is Guthrie Blue Jay football.
Have you heard the big news here in Guthrie? You know the Guthrie Tagging Agency is your local source for all your vehicles, boats, ATVs, trailers, titles, registrations, and of course driver's license renewals and replacements. But now, the Guthrie Tagging Agency helps with driver's road test. That's right, take your road test right here in Guthrie. No more trips to Edmond or Stillwater or Enid. Call and schedule your appointment at 282-3873. Guthrie Tagging Agency, open Monday through Friday from 9 to 5 and on Saturdays from 9 to noon.
F&M Bank is a neighborhood bank with 8 branches and 17 ATM locations across 4 counties in central Oklahoma. F&M Bank can help you with all of your personal, business, and agricultural banking needs, or simply add efficiency to your business. Check out F&M Bank with online and mobile banking at www.fmbankok.com or download their app and have all of their services in the palm of your hand. F&M Bank is a neighbor you can count on. F&M Bank, member FDIC.
All Blue Jays tonight looking to go 5-0 on the season. Guymon Tigers appear to be headed to 0-5 on the year. Glad to have you on the broadcast. We'll get to that John Vance Motor scoring summary here in a matter of moments. Braden Marie Russell, one of my favorite nieces, running the camera. Craig Flick, Aaron Ryburn, Phil Nichols, Chris Evans with you.
Is there something in the Evans blood? You guys all do well with radio, TV, cameras.
Here's the return, fumbled at the 10, picked up at the 10, out to the 15, across the 20, and down at the 22-yard line. Well, the latest John Vance Motor scoring summary brought to you by our good fans out there at John Vance. 7-yard touchdown pass, Jackson Waddell to Brody Hinkle. Took 3 plays, 29 yards, less than a minute to get into the end zone. 35-0, John Vance Motors, where it's comfortable. I do mean comfortable to buy a truck.
Or car.
Or a van. I mean, we can do this all night long.
Well, actually, we can. I ran out of things to say.
Crossover.
Call crossover. Okay.
Got the great oil change out there. My wife
did a great job.
Was out there earlier this week. I'm about due for an oil change as well. Tigers football at the 21-yard line. First down and 10. Ball's on the far hash mark. Moving right to left on the radio dial. There's going to be a little option play here and going backwards. Hit at around about the 15-yard line. And take your pick of who got there first. And David Scott off the pile. Cade Whitfield in there as well.
Again, our defense has just done so well this year, Chris. It's been amazing to watch this group come together as a team. Man, they're just flying to the ball.
Guymon Tigers now have ran 13 offensive plays for negative 12 yards. They've thrown for 5 positive yards here tonight, but rushing the football at a negative 17 pace right now. Second down and 14 from the 17-yard line. We have movement up front, and I think it might have been a legal snap on the offense, and indeed that will be a penalty against the offense. If the referee mic works.
Dead ball. False start.
Hey, we're getting 50-50. I think what it is the microphone is sensitive to bodies in front of the official. If he came out in front of everybody, it should still work. I don't know what's going on with that
Might just have to buy a new one.
Yeah, $600 will fix it.
Yeah, absolutely.
Second down and 19 followed the penalty, and they hand it off, and not much. And in fact, they'll get back to the line of scrimmage. So it'll bring up third down and 19, 5-12, 5-11 play to the Golden Chick halftime show. And I can taste the Golden Chick already.
Man, I tell you what, Lulu does a wonderful job out there.
Certainly does.
Great supporters of Guthrie, Blue Jay football, all athletics.
Langston Athletics as well.
Do a fabulous, fabulous job. Of course, as you always point out, Chris, one of the absolute top stores in the entire country.
Yep.
So
best performance stores.
She's just an outstanding person.
Third down and 19 with that Guthrie High School marching band playing in the background. Sounding good here tonight. Everything going. Here's a play, pass act, and not much there as Josh Raines and company were back there. Guymon wanted to throw the football, couldn't find a receiver because he was being surrounded by a couple Blue Jays back there, and brings up fourth down after another loss on the play.
Of course, Mr. Dumas in on that sack on that
Doolittle.
play. I'm sorry. Of course, Jack Dumas. I'm thinking of Jack Dumas, one of the great linebackers for the Blue Jays.
Richard Doolittle wearing jersey number 9. Guymon will punt from the end zone for the second time tonight. CJ Marcellus waiting for this one to come back. This one's aimed towards CJ, and he will field it at the 37. Watch out. Here we go. Gets to the 30, 25 to the 20, 15 to the 10, to the 5. Can he get in there? About took the official out. Did he get in?
Nope.
Did not. Official fell down to the ground, but saw him step out of bounds at the inside the 5-yard line. And so the Jays will have it first down and go on a great night to be a Blue Jay.
Yeah, this is one of those games. Guarantee you, folks, we'll all be home by 9 o'clock this evening. My prediction?
Well, it's homecoming. There's some extra activities tonight.
Okay, 9:04.
Ball marked at the 2-yard line on a great return there by C.J. Ward, about 35 yards. First and go from the 2. Josh Raines in the backfield, gets the carry up the middle, untouched. And Josh Raines with his first varsity Blue Jay touchdown. Congratulations to him. Strike up the band for Josh Raines. Blue Jays pushing that score 41-0, still 3:41 to play until halftime. Big thank you to Martin Blaney and Josh Taft watching the online feed tonight. Josh Taft says class of 2008 alumni here looking like they might put up a score like we used to. Josh, I would agree with that, and this does have a little bit of a 2007 feel to it.
Yeah, no doubt.
Vargas on for the PAT. Kick is a line drive, and it is good. Your new score, 3:41 to play until halftime. Guthrie 42, Guymon 0. As the Blue Jays headed to 5-0 on the season. We'll take a timeout from Jelsma Stadium. This is Guthrie Blue Jay football.
Glenda here with Jim and our Red River Roofing crew. You've known us for 16 years of quality roofing services, and we are also proud installers of Diamond Coat pre-finished siding.
This quality wood siding product is scratch resistant, comes in custom color option, and will actually increase your home's resale value.
With a 30-year no-fade warranty, this siding is sure to impress.
Durability is #1, so choose a stylish exterior siding that will last.
Call today to boost your home's curb appeal with beautiful Diamond Coat siding. Visit us at redriverroofing.com.
Sonic has every slush flavor someone could ever want.
This is basically slush headquarters.
Where sour blue raspberry plans world domination.
Well, not if Lemonberry has anything to say about it.
Oh, Lemonberry, you're already sour. Come to the sour side.
Never. I'll never join you.
Refreshment just got colorful with new slush flavors like blue raspberry made with Nerds candy. And start your day with the 99-cent morning drink stop.
Sonic at I-35 at Highway 33.
This is how you Sonic.
Boys, John Vance Motors, they're popular tonight. Popular every day, but really popular tonight. John Vance Motors scoring summary. Blue Jays, 1 play, 2 yards. Josh Raines, though, picks up his first varsity touchdown. Blue Jays took 7 seconds to run that 1 play. New score, 3:41 to play till halftime. Guthrie 42, Guymon 0. John Vance Motors comfortable to buy a truck. I told them it would be a great sponsorship. They said, yep, we'll take that one. Vargas kick left to right. Fielded in around the 10-yard line by the Tigers. Center of the field return here out to the 20 and hit hard inside the 25-yard line. Josh Raines, Cade Whitfield in on that tackle. Tigers will have it 1st down and 10. We are officially out of timeouts for this first half, so we will take you the entire way of this 3:34 till we get to that Golden Chick halftime show. Blue Jays with a short field all night tonight. Still 168 yards of offense on 24 snaps at 7 yards per play. Guymon right now negative 20 yards of offense on 16 offensive snaps. Tigers to the line of scrimmage, which is the 23-yard line. Ball on the near hash mark, 2 receiver set. Blue Jays crowd that line of scrimmage. Turvey Williams and Cade Whitfield, the linebackers. Doolittle on the edge, Raines on the edge. They come in, and it's another hit on the play, and I mentioned the linebackers. I mentioned the end. I don't mention David Scott up the middle, who, again, had 18.5 tackles last week in that win over Piedmont.
He had a season last week, Chris, is what he had.
Yeah, that's exactly right. Of course, in the second half, we'll talk a little college football as time will allow us to, as the Oklahoma Sooners host the Baylor Bears, and the Oklahoma State Cowboys, who had an interesting week this week, will make the take up Lawrence, Kansas, the Kansas Jayhawks.
You know, the Jayhawks, being a Jayhawk fan my entire life, I'm very used to only talking about the Jayhawks when it's snowing outside. Basketball season.
Hey, they got 2 wins already this year?
2 more than I thought they would.
Yeah. 2nd down and 10. Roll out. Tigers cannot get rid of the football. 3 Blue Jays throw the quarterback back at the 10-yard line. A loss of 13 yards. Doolittle, Raines in on the tackle. It was Turvey Williams also back there. Turvey Williams will be credited with the sack there, and 2:23 to go in this one. But Kansas with 2 wins this year should be a fun midnight madness celebration for the basketball team with 2 victories already by the football team.
Yeah, it should be a lot of fun. And, you know, of course, KU had that one season where they had great success and were ranked.
Mark
Mangino's tenure, and I bet I can speak for myself. There's still a lot of Jayhawks wish he was still there.
2007
yeah.
Orange Bowl season.
Yeah, great year
for the Fighting Manginos. 3rd down and 22 for Guymon. Little fullback handoff, not much there. De La Rosa on the carry, and Guymon will have to punt the football away, and Guthrie will call timeout with 1:47. Again, first half, it's all fair. It's all fair and game for right field to score as much points as you can.
Yeah, I mean, because you're trying to get work in, and they've got to do what they can to try to prepare. As I said, these are the games that matter. The first 3 games, you want to win them all, but the first 3 games are really more like scrimmages because they have no impact on anybody's season as far as district play and getting into the playoffs. But you got to get snaps in to continue to progress. I guarantee you, every coach in America understands what's going on right now, and I think you're right. We'll see a running clock in the second half, and try to keep the scores under control as humanly possible.
Because really, there's going to be no flow offensively in that second half for the Blue Jays.
No flow. You're going to see a lot of youngsters play in the second half, and that's good. You'll get to see some of the kids that maybe seniors, maybe that don't necessarily get on the field a great deal. They'll get a lot of playing time in the second half, which is outstanding. It's wonderful for those kids that get up there every day in the off season, every day, and they go practice and work so hard to make things happen. So it's just one of those things you gotta really pay attention to. Looks like we have someone on the sideline injured and hurt.
4th down and 19. Guymon Tigers will punt inside their 5-yard line. They punt twice in the end zone. This one's a good snap. This one angled toward the sideline. It will go into the stands, and not a very good punt at all. And the Blue Jays are going to have another great field position to go here.
We're getting ready to have the ambulance brought on the field, Chris, for a non-football related situation, it looks like.
.141 Guthrie has one timeout left. Guthrie has all 3 timeouts. Guymon has 1 timeout, and I think the officials are just now seeing what you saw, Phil.
Yeah. Well, it's a very scary situation. I saw junior high football coach, head wrestling coach Stevenson running down the sideline to get Chandra, and she went flying up, and she said that she looked at the situation, immediately turned around and started pointing for the ambulance. So we don't know exactly what's going on, but it's obviously a serious situation.
All right, we will try to follow what's going on without trying to give too much. Now we see the Guthrie Fire Department bring in the, what's the fancy word for that?
Gator.
Gator, yeah. And so hopefully this fan is okay. This is, of course, we're not going to show anything on video, but it's near the student section. And so hopefully, not sure what the scenario is here, but now we're starting to see administration come over, high school administration. Thankfully, doctors are just right around the corner, or paramedics are right around the corner as they tend to the a fan, not sure the age, but it is in front of the student section, and hopefully they're going to be okay. 1:41 left until halftime, and this game has stopped as people in the stands are starting to realize what's going on, and looks like the backboard was out. Now they're putting it back up. Now we see Superintendent Dr. Simpson coming over to survey what's going on down here. And I think we can probably be safe and take another timeout here. That way we can maybe survey what's going on, and we don't want to speculate on anything, and we won't do that as well, as the game has come to a halt with an injury off. A non-football injury. It looks like someone in the stands has been injured, and the fan is on the field. Not sure what happened, but we're going to take a timeout, and again, we're trying to figure out what's going on here. 1:41 left until halftime. Guthrie 42, Guymon 0. This is Guthrie Bluejay football.
Glenda here with Jim and our Red River Roofing crew. You've known us for 16 years of quality roofing services, and we are also proud installers of Diamond Coat pre-finished siding.
This quality wood siding product is scratch resistant, comes in custom color option, and will actually increase your home's resale value.
With a 30-year no-fade warranty, this siding is sure to impress.
Durability is #1, so choose a stylish exterior siding that will last.
Call today to boost your home's curb appeal with beautiful Diamond Coat siding. Visit us at redriverroofing.com.
Sonic has every slush flavor someone could ever want.
This is basically slush headquarters.
For sour blue raspberry plans world domination.
Well, not if Lemonberry has anything to say about it.
Oh, Lemonberry, you're already sour. Come to the sour side.
Never. I'll never join you.
Refreshment just got colorful with new slush flavors like blue raspberry made with Nerds candy. And start your day with the 99-cent morning drink stop.
Sonic at I-35 at Highway 33.
This is how you Sonic.
Welcome back, Jelsma Stadium. 1:41 left until halftime. Guthrie 42, Guymon 0. Really not the story right now, as we have an injured fan, we believe, at or someone on the field. Again, it might have been someone on side. I'm not sure, but they brought the gator over. There's a backboard. They're putting the person on the backboard, and we see the ambulance from the Guthrie Fire Department, which is literally just down the right across from the baseball stadium, and the ambulance is parked in the alleyway here at Jelsma, and they are going to put the injured person on that gator and take them over to the ambulance and to the hospital. So a scary situation here. Again, don't know any details, not showing it on our feed as well, as we don't know what's going on either, and so don't want to pass anything that we don't know, don't want to guess or anything like that. as well. But the game has stopped for this, obviously.
Yeah, and it's just, like you said, you always want to be careful about what you say here, but obviously a very serious situation, and just hats off to everybody just immediately all over the situation. It was, oh, my Lord. Oh, my Lord.
Well, it's there's again, we don't know what happened, but it does look to be a small child that they're tending to. And again, we don't know any situation, what's going on, but we can tell you it's a small child. The police, fire are all down there helping that child, who will be taken on to an ambulance and obviously to a hospital. And hopefully everything will work out just fine for that little person. And it's always bad when something happens, but it's even worse when you see a little child being tended to, and hopefully everything is going to be taken care of. He's going to be okay, and looks like his mother's down there with the police officer as they move the gator and take him on to the awaiting ambulance here. So both sides here, this homecoming Jelsma Stadium, applauding and hoping the young guy is okay as they move him over to the ambulance side. And we'll resume action here on football, and football quickly takes a back seat here tonight on homecoming 2018. You see the Guymon Tigers on the far side, Blue Jays on the near side. Then Blue Jays will have the football, be first down and 10 when we resume action from the 25-yard line of the Tigers. Blue Jays already 6 touchdowns on the night. Josh Raines with a touchdown run. Marcellus Owens with a rushing and receiving touchdown. Brody Hinkle a receiving touchdown. Jackson Waddell, a couple rushing touchdowns as well. We'll see what happens here. Justin Adams in the backfield with Jackson Waddell. It'll be first down and 10 from the 25-yard line. Blue Jays will come out with 4 receivers set here at the Tigers' 25. Again, all possession time for the Blue Jays has result in touchdowns, and have all started in Guymon territory. Jackson Waddell in the shotgun. Takes a look over that Guymon defense. 4-man front. Here they come. Play action. It's going to be caught by Brody at the 25. Makes one guy miss at the 20. Makes another guy miss, and lunges for the 16-yard line. A pickup of 9 yards. Second down and 1, 90 seconds to play till halftime clock continues to roll here. Again, Guthrie on top, 42-0.
Yeah, I think Blue Jays want to try to get one more score on the board, Chris, going at halftime. And really, I mean, this game's already done, but really finish strong here going into the locker room.
113. Jackson takes a snap, rolls to the near side, looking to throw it, still looking, throws it on the run into the end zone. I think he just simply threw that one out of bounds to see another play. They bring up second down and 2 yards from the Guymon 22.
Yeah, really nice job there by the Guymon secondary. Everybody was covered very, very well, and Jackson did the right thing, just getting rid of the ball, throwing out of the back of the end zone, and reload and get ready on third down.
Again, coming up, Golden Chick halftime show. Craig Fleck will have the first half stats. We'll have the John Vance Motor scoring summary. Jackson takes the snap, looks to throw it again as he throws on the run again in the end zone for Brody Hinkle, who makes a catch between 2 Guymon defenders for his second receiving touchdown of the night. Brody strikes up the Guthrie band for the second time tonight.
What a great catch by Brody Hinkle. Went up between 2 defenders, as you said. Made an outstanding hands catch. Brody's been on fire this year, Chris, doing an absolutely fabulous job, whether it's catching the ball, blocking downfield, working on special teams, just having an outstanding senior campaign.
Brody Hinkle, second receiving touchdown of the night. Brody had a reception on that drive as well. Now with 4 catches of the night. David Vargas in for the PAT. Score now 48. Guymon 0, PAT upcoming. Less than a minute left here in this one in the first half. Also have some scores from around the state of Oklahoma. Snap, hold, kick by Vargas is up, and it is good. We'll leave it here. 49-0 is the score, and certainly think Guthrie will kick this one off, and Guymon will maybe take a knee to get into that halftime locker room and kind of get ready for our second half, which we expect to have a running clock, and we'll be out of here fairly quick. The first quarter was over at 7:30.
Yeah.
Looks like this first half will be over by about 8:15 or so on this Friday night. Again, be sure to join us next week as we make the trip to Woodward, Oklahoma. Seems like we were just there last year.
Do we have to go there?
Well, yeah.
Can we do the game from here? You can do everything else with technology.
Well, someone's got to get the video feed.
Ah, dang it. Last time we were there last year, remember they had the big situation was it senior night,
Week
I think,
10?
wasn't it?
Yeah.
And a bunch of players made some demands that they probably shouldn't. The coach says, you know what? We appreciate your service. Go ahead and leave your gear right there. We'll see you later. So it was a very, very awkward evening for the Blue Jays. Of course, Blue Jays won that ball game, but it was a very, very awkward night, to say the least.
Latest Blue Jays scoring drive, 3 plays, 25 yards, 43 seconds off the game clock. 17-yard touchdown pass, Jackson Waddell to Brody Hinkle. At your latest John Vance Motor scoring summary, where it's comfortable to buy a car, truck, or van. Or SUV. Crossover. Dang it. David Vargas, approach football, kicks this one off from left to right on the radio dial. This one's returnable from the 5 to the center of the field, to the 10, quickly to the 15, angling to the near side, to the 20, and down at the 27-yard line. Nice little 22-yard return there by the Guymon Tigers. 51 seconds left until halftime. We'll see what Guymon wants to do here. If they just want to take a knee, or do they just want to run the ball up the middle? I'm not sure. Not much has gone very well tonight for Guymon Tigers, and I'm trying to thank Phil and just trying to lay it out there with negative 29 yards. I think they've only had 2, maybe 3 positive plays on the entire night.
Yeah, I mean, it's just been one of those nights where just absolutely nothing has gone their way, and you just, like I said, you'd like to see these kids have some success.
51 seconds left here in the first half. Tigers will take a shotgun snap coming up here. So ball drop, picked up by the quarterback, wants to throw it. Now he's going to take off and run with it, but he will be tackled from behind by Cade Whitfield. Cade's been busy tonight from his linebacker spot. No gain on the play at the 28. It'll be second down and 10, 33 seconds. And looks like Guymon will have to take at least one more snap unless referee Danny Gages puts it into play. Well, he's going to give them the option if they want to take the snap or not. That's good officiating right there.
Good officiating.
Fonta Feasley listened to the broadcast online again this week. We appreciate you listening. Guymon will take the snap. No, option it off on the far side, running, and J.D. Kuhnfield, as I learned today, James Daniel Kuhnfield, and he kind of had a little smirk like, oh, now everybody knows I'm James Daniel. That was the last play of the first half. All Blue Jays here tonight for Homecoming 2018. They go into the locker room on top of the Guymon Tigers by a score of 49-0. Coming up, it's the Golden Chick halftime show. Stats and scores from our city of Oklahoma, and we'll get set for those Escort Chevrolet's keys of the second half. What will Phil Nichols come up with for his keys for the second half? We'll find out after this. This is the Blue Jay Radio Network.
When garage door problems occur, don't call a kind of service company or maybe a repair guy. Call Paul Creed at A-Team Overhead Door. Paul owns and operates his company and has over 15 years of experience in residential and commercial overhead door service. Paul provides all garage door services from repairs to installations. With free estimates, Paul will work with you to decide the best possible solution for your garage door or opener problems. Call A-Team Overhead Door today, 405-642-7065.
This is Craig Fleck. Stay tuned after the break. Phil Nichols will join me for first half stats and more on the Golden Chick Halftime Show.
I'm Brian Sturkle with Interbank. You can bank on Guthrie's home team, the banking professionals at Interbank. Our decision makers and the people who serve you work closely together to provide responsible service and personal attention. We appreciate your business and look forward to seeing our friends in Guthrie and the surrounding communities at the Blue Jay football games. We're located at 224 East Oklahoma, or you can reach us by phone at 282-0470. Interbank, in it for you. Member FDIC.
Welcome back. It is the Golden Chick halftime show here in Guthrie, Oklahoma. Homecoming 2018. Got a full broadcast team tonight. Braden Russell on the camera. Craig Fleck on the stats. Aaron Ryburn producing the entire thing. Of course, he's Phil Nichols. I'm Chris Evans. Blue Jays in the locker room on top of the Guymon Tigers by a score of 49-0. Really nothing surprising there, Phil. One of our keys to the game brought to you by Eskridge was to come out, make the statement early, get yourself into the situation at halftime, rest, and maybe get a running clock in the second half.
Yeah, and that's exactly what's happened. And I think one of the things that's kind of cool about all this is, and we've talked about this, you want to get better every drive, every series. You want to do the right things and try to improve. But it's just tough in a game like this. I mean, it's just tough. We'll have a running clock, no doubt, in the second half. Second half will probably take about 12 minutes is what it'll feel like, right? It'll go very, very quick, but of course, you just want everybody to sorry, I'm very distracted by what happened, but you just want everybody I just want everybody to say a prayer for the family of the child, and hopefully we'll get great news on that, Chris. I know that has nothing to do with the game, but I'm pretty shook by that whole situation, so.
Blue Jays on top, 49-0. We'll tell you how they got there, brought to you by John Vance, the scoring summary. Blue Jays got on the scoreboard after a 6-play, 58-yard drive to begin the ball game after Guymon had a punt for the first time. 5-yard touchdown run by Jackson Waddell. Guthrie on top, 7-0. Next possession is Guthrie scored on all 7 of their drives in this first half. A 2-yard touchdown run by Marcellus Owens made it 14-0 after the Blue Jays went on a 45-yard drive. A little bit shorter this time, a 3-yard touchdown run by Jackson Waddell, which was set up by a 30-yard punt return by Marcellus. Guthrie needs 2 plays to make it a 21-0 ball game. Still 2 minutes and 31 seconds left in the first quarter, and that was actually your first quarter score. Guthrie 21, Guymon 0. Second quarter action, Blue Jays got back into the end zone. This time, Jackson Waddell finding Marcellus Owens for a 12-yard touchdown grab. Jays go 6 plays, 35 yards. Guthrie made it 35-0. This time, 7-yard touchdown pass, Jackson Waddell to Brody Hinkle. That drive took only 57 seconds off the game clock, and so with 6.5 minutes played until halftime, Guthrie had a 35-0 lead, but Guthrie found the end zone 2 more times in that second quarter. 2-yard touchdown run by Josh Raines at the 3:41 mark. Josh Raines with his first varsity touchdown as a Blue Jay. Of course, Josh, many snaps on the defensive side of the ball, getting some snaps here offensively tonight. Guthrie had a 42-0 lead, and then just before halftime, with exactly 58 seconds left until halftime, Jackson Waddell found his senior counterpart Brody Hinkle for the second time in the end zone on a 17-yard passing catch. Blue Jays go 25 yards in just 3 plays, and that is your halftime score. Guthrie 49, Guymon 0. So the Blue Jays scoring drives tonight have been 6 plays, 6 plays, 2 plays, 6 plays, 3 plays, 1 play, and 3 plays. So not only have they scored early and often, they've done it quick.
Well, you just don't, I'm giggling because I'm thinking back to your reporting at the OU game last week where it was like 16, 19, 16, the Army scoring drives. And, boy, we've got the polar opposite tonight here, right? It's just 6 plays, 6 plays, 6 plays. But like I said, we just, you want everybody to get out of here healthy, and I just realized we got our Hall of Fame recognition going on right now, Chris, down on the field.
Yeah, Aaron trying to pull that up on the video if you're watching the video feed, and there's a good member there. And then you see Kyle Smith there in the blue jersey, member of that 2002 state championship team. And right next to him is Roland Miller in the OKC shirt there. Or does that say OKC? No.
I think it's GBC.
Oh, that's Get Better something. I'm not sure, but Roland Miller, member of that 1995 team. We've gone over them in our pregame show. If we have time, we'll try to bring them out, talk about there in the second half as well. Halftime score, Guthrie 49, Guymon 0. Take a timeout, come back and talk about our good friends at Golden Chick, because this is the Golden Chick halftime show.
It's a beautiful day to introduce people to the golden goodness of Golden Chick. So this is your first time you had Golden Chick. What do you think? Absolutely delicious. These are 100% tenderloin, no mystery meat.
I love them. They're so juicy and tender.
How long do you think it takes to marinate a perfect piece of chicken?
Probably
20 minutes.
Yeah, about 20. An hour?
What if I told you 24 hours? Wow. I feel like one of those infomercial guys. But wait, there's more time marinating the chicken. One taste, and you're golden.
Golden Chick.
I need this back.
Okay. The Golden Chick Halftime Show rolls on with the John Vance Auto Group scoring summary right after this.
Football. Whether it's watching it on TV, listening on the radio, or going to a game, it's part of being an American. It's also part of being a Guthrie Bluejays fan, where winning is a tradition. At John Vance Auto Group in Guthrie, we too have a tradition. It's one of treating our customers with respect. If you need a Ford, GMC, Cadillac, Buick, Chrysler, Dodge, Jeep, or Ram, new or pre-owned, come by and be impressed with how you'll be treated.
John Vance Auto Group, it's all true.
John Vance Auto Group.
I-35, exit 153 in Guthrie.
Golden Chick halftime show here in Guthrie, Oklahoma. Guthrie Bluejays with a 49-0 halftime lead over the Guymon Tigers, as expected here. Got a great broadcasting crew tonight. It's a full team tonight. It's a big operation is what I'm trying to say. I'll spit it out here in a second, I promise. Braden Russell on the camera, Craig Fleck, of course, stats and all the good things that I actually do say are probably because of him. Aaron Ryburn producing everything. Of course, he's Phil Nichols. I'm Chris Evans. Coming up here in a matter of moments, we'll have the first half stats. Craig will bring those to you here in a little bit as, again, the Hall of Fame class being introduced here to the home crowd. If you're inducted to the Hall of Fame, you have a busy day. You have to go to the alumni. Well, you don't have to, but you have the alumni assembly. You have the Hall of Fame reception, and then you got the parade, and then you got being honored here, and that's got to be a special feeling.
Well, it's always fun to hear the inductees, how what they're feeling at that moment, and some great words shared today, and it's just a cool day, you know. I mean, it's what makes small town America so wonderful and so special when you see all these people go out doing wonderful things and in the world. Of course, you wish Patrina could be here, and you wish Kai could be here, obviously, but could not. Patrina, of course, had a beautiful baby, a 9-pound beautiful baby boy, and Kai's in the middle of a tough ball game right now in Sand Springs as a coach over there from Muskogee, but what a wonderful day. And I got to say this, John Chappell, yet again, has done a fabulous job pulling everything together. There's a lot of moving parts on homecoming, Chris, and he's just done a great job. So hats off to athletic director John Chappell as well.
There's a lot of moving parts in any Blue Jay game at home, but when you add homecoming to it, you start Monday.
Yeah, you do.
And take a deep breath. Friday night about midnight, hopefully, is the case for Coach Chappell.
Yeah, last night I'm laying in bed, as an old man like my age does very early, as you like to tease me, and my phone rang at 10:06 and was John Chappell asking the spelling of one of the participants' names. And I was thinking, well, Johnny, go to bed. But he was hard at it. 6 o'clock this morning driving to Oklahoma City to pick up some plaques that had to be redone. So John's had a crazy week, to say the least.
No doubt about that. And, of course, this is the Golden Chick halftime show. And there's going to be plenty of time after the game tonight to make your way to Golden Chick. I'm sure there's some homecoming festivities tonight. But Lula and the crew out there, they're open early, open late. And so I think they open like 6 or 7 in the morning and close at midnight. And so you got time after the ball game to head out there. I-35 and Highway 33. Great location. And one of the busy spots in the state of Oklahoma off that highway.
And if you want a reference about Golden Chick, call Seth Robbins from Terra Insure Group. Seth has a steady diet of chicken and chicken. He has 2 food groups, right? Chicken and chicken?
Yes.
Or I guess that's one. But no, Lula does a wonderful job, as Chris said, and great sponsors of everything here in Guthrie. So lucky to have them.
No doubt about that. And so let's move over to Craig Fleck, who has tonight's first half stats.
Thanks, Chris. As we look tonight at the stats, and it has been very lopsided. Guthrie, 193 yards of total offense, negative 29 for the Guymon Tigers. That coming on 21 plays for Guymon. 27 for the Jays, averaging just over 7 yards per play. 81 yards coming through the air, 8 of 10 passing for Jackson Waddell. One of his best passing nights of his career, 80% in that first half, averaging 10 yards per pass, 3 touchdowns, no interceptions. Guymon Tigers quarterback, 1 of 3 passing for 5 yards, negative 34 yards on the ground for Guymon. Of course, that includes several big-time sacks for the Jays on 18 attempts. That's negative 1.9 yards per rush. Guthrie 110 yards on the ground on 17 attempts. That's just over 6.5 yards per carry. Looking at the penalties, Jays 2 penalties for 15 yards, 2 penalties for 10 yards for the Guymon Tigers, which one of the cleaner halves of football actually that we've seen from both sides this year. Of course, we've had a lot of penalty fests this year, but the Laundry staying in the pocket in that first half. No turnovers for either team in that first half. Guymon had 5 punts, average of 24 yards. Guthrie, no punts. 0 yard average, obviously, on 0 punts. Sacks, Guthrie yet to be sacked. Guymon have given up 4 sacks to the Blue Jays in that first half for negative 35 yards. Time of possession, a little bit edged to the Guymon Tigers by about 4 minutes. Of course, the Blue Jays working with a short field all night long. A lot of quick strikes for them. 16 first downs for the Jays, none for the Tigers. 11 first downs rushing, 5 first downs passing. Blue Jays 3 of 3 on third down conversions. Guymon 0 of 6. Guymon 0 of 2 on fourth down conversions. Blue Jays yet to have a fourth down in this ball game. Jackson Waddell, as I said, 8 of 10 passing for 81 yards and 3 touchdowns. Probably his best half of football I've seen him have statistic-wise this season, perhaps in his career. German Mesta, the Guymon quarterback, 1 of 3 passing for 5 yards. Rushing the football, leading rusher for the Jays is Jackson Waddell. He had 5 carries for 57 yards and 11.2 yard per carry average. Also has 2 touchdowns. Cale Kaufman just behind him with 4 carries for 33 yards. Justin Adams, 4 carries for 14 yards. Marcellus Owens, 2 carries for 7 yards and a touchdown. Leading rusher for Guymon is actually their punter is their leading rusher.
Yeah.
Which I think tells you everything you need to know.
He had that like 20, 25-yard return after the punt, after he dropped the punt.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Still didn't get the first down, however. Javier Gonzalez, he is the only receiver from Guymon with the catch, 1 catch for 5 yards. Talik Jackson, leading receiver for the Jays, 2 catches for 35 yards, 17.5 yards per reception for him. Brody Hinkle, 3 catches for 32 yards. That's 10.7 yards per catch, but he also has 2 touchdowns. Marcellus Owens, just the 1 catch, 12 yards, but that one was for a touchdown. Cade Gudigisberg also checks in with 2 catches for 2 yards. As we look down at Guthrie defense, Turvey Williams, leading tackler for the Jays with 4 tackles, 3 solo and 2 assists. He also has 2 sacks and 2.5 tackles for loss. Dominic Gooseby comes in 3.5 and 3.5 for Cade Whitfield. Really the tackles getting spread around for the Jays in that first half. As looking at punt returns, 2 punt returns for C.J. Ward for 48 yards, so he's averaging 24 yards a return. Marcellus Owens with 1 return, that one for 30 yards. All of those ended, obviously, in Blue Jay touchdowns, because every time the Blue Jays have touched the ball in that first half, they scored a touchdown. Those are your first half stats.
Appreciate that, Craig, and looks like that during that for our online viewing audience, you've now seen the Queen who has been named here, and if we were online only, we would have been glad to bring you the homecoming royalty and all that good stuff, but we have to be fair to our radio audience, and so it would be tough for them to follow that. So that's the reason. I'm sure I'm going to get asked why.
Yeah.
Why didn't you do that? But anyway.
Well, for those of you watching online, you got your first half stats while you got to see what was going on. So
2-2. I'm at a homecoming royalty and stats in a 49-0 ball game. What more could you ask
you
for?
got the dulcet tones of Craig Fleck.
That's very, very sweet. Miss Lily Good, named a homecoming queen. Wonderful girl. Wonderful girl. Jackson Waddell is her escort. Coach Beebe's probably sitting over, even though it's 49-0, saying, "Get Jackson back over here. You're ready."
Sounds like the juniors just won the float contest. I'm seeing. Yeah.
Do you think Jackson's going to play in the second half?
No, I wouldn't.
It'll be a lot of handoff if that's the case there. So, all right, we need to get a timeout. Thanks, Craig, for those first half stats. Come back and get set for the second half. This is the Golden Chick Halftime Show. Guthrie 49, Guymon 0. This is Blue Jay football.
When it comes to Guthrie Bluejay athletics, Hayes Funeral Home is a proud supporter from the first game all the way to the championship game. Along with many years of experience in funeral service, the Hayes family brings compassion and professional service during difficult times. Owners Chuck and Lynette Hayes take pride in providing families and their loved ones quality care. Chuck and Lynette have not only supported families in the Guthrie area for countless years, but have supported Guthrie student athletes succeeding on the playing field and in the classroom. Hayes Funeral Home is located on the corner of Noble and Wentz, or simply give them a call at 405-282-3100.
I'm Mike Gundy, head football coach of the Oklahoma State Cowboys. Respect of the opponent, spectators, coaches, and officials is necessary at all levels of athletics and activity programs. Your conduct is a direct reflection of you, your community, and your school. Sportsmanship is everyone's responsibility. Do the right thing.
Golden Chick Halftime Show, Guthrie, Oklahoma. Blue Jays 49, Guymon Tigers 0. Homecoming royalty has been crowned. They are now taking their photos down on the field. And here in a little bit, we'll get to our Eskridge keys to the second half. We heard the stats there from Craig Fleck. Time now to take a look at Class 5A football scores.
You're still picture-in-picture there, Chris.
Now thank you, Krager. I got too excited on this score here. Bishop McGinnis in the third quarter leads Woodward 21-0. Duncan at halftime leads Western Heights 42-0. Pryor at halftime leads Tulsa Rogers 23-0. Claremore leads East Central 21-0. Game still in the second quarter. Altus, number 3 in 5A, at number 2 Ardmore. Score, Ardmore 7, Altus 6.
Wow.
Ooh.
Lighton Eisenhower beat Northwest Classen last night 34-8. McAllister trails 19-0. And in Midwest City at halftime, Carl Albert Titans 21, Piedmont 7. Second quarter scoring report, El Reno 13, Noble 10.
Well, I tell you what, Ada is sneaking up this year.
Yep.
They are. It wasn't something that a lot of us were expecting, but they are really starting to impress me just week in, week out, putting in good performances. Another one going in this week. I tell you what, they might be a sneaky good team to watch when we get into the playoffs.
Chris, I did not hear the El Reno score. What was that score?
13-10.
El Reno? Or
I believe it was El Reno, yeah.
Wow. And that game's kind of shaping up like we thought it would. Yeah. We thought it'd be a close ball game.
Taking a look at some 6A2 scores, of course, two big games in that class this week and statewide is I got to find it here. Well, there they are in the middle. They move locations on me. Midwest City's in Stillwater tonight, and the Pioneers shutting out Midwest City right now, 17-0. That now in the third quarter. And at halftime, Booker T. Washington, with all the great athletes up there, including Dax Hill, who committed to play football at the University of Michigan, they're shut out at halftime. Bixby with a 7-0 lead in that game. So the two big games in the state, 6A2, and looks like there's going to be some good ones there. Stillwater looks like they're getting ready to go 5-0.
Well, like you said, Chris, Wednesday night during the show, we both agree that right now, if we had a vote, Stillwater would be our number one ranked team in 6A Division II. And I tell you what, how crazy would Stillwater be if they managed to pull off a state title this year? It's been a long time since Stillwater's had any real success.
Absolutely.
Now, you were talking about that Bixby, that defense for Bixby is always so difficult to prepare for because it's so odd when they play that 3-5, that 3-3-5 stack, and they shift in and out of those two. They bring so much heat. Even with those athletes for Booker T. There's a reason Bixby has won so many of those 6A2 state titles.
Guthrie saw that in 2005 with a loss in Bixby. Guthrie went back the next year in 2006, had a lot better time there. Of course, beat them in the state championship game in 2007.
Exactly. Yeah. A lot of success for a long time with those Bixby Spartans.
Ponca City looking for their first win of the year. They're in Shawnee tonight, and the Shawnee Wolves lead Ponca City, score there 14-7. And the Deer Creek Antlers looking for their second win of the season, trail to Lawton 20-17 now in the third quarter. And other score to report, Choctaw leads Putnam City 21-0. Putnam City, the score holds up, going to 0-5 on the year.
Wow.
6A1 football, Broken Arrow, number one team in football. Class 6A, by far, they have only beaten Jinx, Union, and Owasso in the first 4 weeks.
That's easy.
I'll get to your Owasso Rams here in a second.
Come on.
Broken Arrow leads Norman 56-0. Norman North got their first win last week after an 0-3 start. Getting ready to go 1-4. They trail Moore 34-0. Moore getting ready to go 3-2 on the season. Putnam City North trying to stay undefeated. They have a 26-14 lead over Southmore. Jinx beating Enid in the second quarter 35-6. Phil's Owasso Rams, who are 1-3 on the year, hosting Edmond North 24-0. Look like the Rams will be back in the win column.
They're on their way to a second gold ball, Chris.
Union shutting out Mustang in Oklahoma City tonight, in Mustang tonight. Score there in the third quarter is 34-0. Those are some of your 6A, 5A scores. We'll try to get some A and B scores here in just a little bit, but we need to take our final timeout. When we come back, it's second half action between Guthrie and Guymon. This is Guthrie Bluejay football.
Hey, Blue Jay fans, Eskridge Chevrolet is a proud supporter of Guthrie High School sports. This season, Eskridge Chevrolet at I-35 in Guthrie is cheering you the whole way and will help you score a game-winning deal in getting the new or used vehicle that you need. Don't worry about your credit history. Eskridge Chevy can get you approved. Come see us at Eskridge Chevrolet, just a short drive to I-35 in the Guthrie exit on Division Street. Call 1-800-NEW-CHEVY or visit EskridgeChevy.com.
It's a beautiful day to introduce people to the golden goodness of Golden Chick. So this is your first time you had Golden Chick. What do you think?
Absolutely delicious.
These are 100% tenderloin, no mystery meat.
I love them. They're so juicy and tender.
How long do you think it takes to marinate a perfect piece of chicken?
Probably
20 minutes.
Yeah, about 20. An hour?
What if I told you 24 hours?
Wow.
I feel like one of those infomercial guys. But wait, there's more time marinating the chicken. One taste, and you're golden. Golden Chick. Come on, I need this back.
Okay.
Chris Evans, Phil Nichols, Craig Fleck, Aaron Ryburn, Braden Russell with you here on the broadcast. Hot 93.7 FM, KSBI, also streaming worldwide on youtube.com/Guthrie News. Got a great crowd on board tonight for that, and we appreciate you listening here. Week number 5 of the high school football season. We talked about it on Wednesday night, Phil, but crazy to think after tonight the regular season is halfway over.
That is nuts. Seems like we were just driving to Enid, Oklahoma to have it in 0 week, and here we are, as you said, Chris, halfway there. And, halfway there, we've learned a lot about these Blue Jays, and it's a much improved Blue Jay team over last year and really positioning himself to, here in a couple weeks, be playing for what I think is going to shape up to potentially be the district title.
Yeah, you got week 6 in Woodward, and you got week 7 with Northwest Classen, and then you got Carl Albert. Did I say that backwards?
I think so.
Carl Albert, then Northwest Classen?
I think so, because I'm supposed to be in San Diego, and I adjusted my trip because I refuse to miss Carl Albert Guthrie.
I apologize. I said that backward. Woodward, and then Carl Albert here.
Scared me. I was getting ready to change my travel again.
Just remember, home away for Guthrie.
All right.
David Vargas kicks a right to left on the radio dial, filled it at the 12-yard line. They reverse it off to a teammate at the 20, down at the 21-yard line. And we'll see quickly if that clock is running. It looks like it will be a running clock. Official said to wave it off. The referee said, nope, we're not doing that. We're going to run this clock. And so it does appear we will have a running clock in the second half, which I think is great for everybody.
Yeah, I mean, it's the right thing to do for these kids and get the Guymon kids on the road. They should be home by 1 o'clock.
If they left at 9:30, that would be 2:30.
2:30.
Yeah.
Goodness gracious.
Out of 5 hours on a bus.
I typically get a hotel room when I go out there.
First down and 10 for the Tigers from their own 22-yard line. Ball's on the near hash mark. 2 receiver set. Quarterback under center. Don't say that very often in high school or college football anymore. And a run from the 22 to the 25. A pickup of 3. Just one of few positive plays tonight for the Tigers.
That's a great point, Chris. That makes that Army OU game last week a great point. Some of these kids, probably the first time they had ever prepared for that kind of offense. So it was your baby brother. We were talking today. Army planned and executed the perfect game plan for them to do what they did last week against the Sooners.
Got some new faces there on defense, particularly up front. Number 60, Caston Ward in there. A lot of starters still in there defensively as well. We'll probably see some offensively. On a 2nd down and 7 play, Richard Doolittle and is that Gooseby? Yeah, Gooseby in on the tackle back at the 20-yard line. Loss of 5 on the play. It'll bring up 3rd down and 12 for the Guymon Tigers. And it's tough for the Tigers to be anywhere. 3rd down and 5, 3rd down and 6 is going to be tough for them game in and game out. But it's really putting them behind the ball at 3rd down and 12.
Yeah, a tough situation. And, again, we talked about it. The obvious thing that stands out is the difference in team speed. Guthrie's so much quicker than Guymon. And it's hard to do much when you can't get to the edge. You can't get anything started.
3rd down and 12 from the 20-yard line. 5 seconds on the play clock. Tigers from the shotgun, pistol formation. Look to throw here. Has time to throw. Up in the air, and it's incomplete. It'll bring up 4th down. And here's one thing we haven't talked about tonight. The defense has yet to turn over Guymon. I mean, Craig brought it up at halftime, but Guthrie defense has picked up 18 turnovers this year, 9 of those for scores. And Guymon, at least they haven't turned the ball over.
That's true. Cale Coffin was
close.
Was zeroing in right there. And
that's what reminded me.
Right. So it's going to feel weird if we don't get at least 1 turnover for the Blue Jay defense.
4th down, 12, punting time for the Tigers inside the 10-yard line. Back deep for Guthrie. CJ and Marcellus back at midfield. Snap sends the punter backwards. Does get it off, though. End-over-end punt. And there is picked up by CJ, and he's gone. Just like that. 15, 10, 5. Touchdown, CJ Ward. Fastest Blue Jay on the field, and we just saw it.
Well, I didn't really see it. It happened pretty quick, but what a great play by CJ. Like we said earlier, there's plays where he'll run 40 yards across the field, and then there's other plays, takes it to the house. Very explosive player, always fun to watch CJ. Another kid that's really matured between his junior and senior campaign, doing a great job this year for the Blue Jays.
Boy, that was fast.
Yeah, it was.
Extremely fast. Special teams on the scoreboard here tonight. Makes it 55-0. PAT upcoming by David Vargas. And watch out on Harrison Avenue. There's a football getting ready to come flying across the rock. Snap, hold, kick. There it is, and it is good. 8:35 left in the 3rd quarter. Your new score, Guthrie 56, Guymon 0. This is Blue Jay football.
At Terra Insure Group, you'll be helped by lifelong Blue Jay fans, Jason Herzl, Dennis Oakes, and Seth Robbins. They aren't limited to any single provider. They'll work with you to find the carrier and the plan that fits you best. Terra Insure Group is an independent insurance agency specializing in home, auto, and commercial lines of insurance. Call Terra Insure Group at 293-4880 or stop by at 2403 South Division or visit them online at tigok.com. Terra Insure Group, insuring your world.
Have you heard the big news here in Guthrie? You know the Guthrie Tagging Agency is your local source for all your vehicles, boats, ATVs, trailers, titles, registrations, and of course driver's license renewals and replacements. But now, the Guthrie Tagging Agency helps with driver's road tests. That's right, take your road test right here in Guthrie. No more trips to Edmond or Stillwater or Enid. Call and schedule your appointment at 282-3873. Guthrie Tagging Agency, open Monday through Friday from 9 to 5 and on Saturdays from 9 to noon.
CJ Ward, latest Blue Jay to get onto the scoreboard here tonight as Blue Jays scored their 8th touchdown of the night. 42-yard punt return for CJ. Took him 2 seconds to do it. Maybe a little bit faster. 8:35 left in the 3rd quarter. Guthrie 56, Guymon 0. Of course, that scoring summary brought to you by the good folks at John Vance Motors. And you know you have a good officiating crew when they give the radio crew the full 60 seconds. That's when you know you got a good crew tonight. Danny Gages and his Stillwater crew. David Vargas getting ready to kick this one off right to left. And I think we can pass along the news that we can here, Phil, on the small child that was carted off the field.
Yeah, I mean, it looks like the young man's going to be fine. The ambulance never left. So we had report that he was not very happy. So he was communicating in a very loud way, and so looks
crying
like
is good.
Crying is good, but looks like that a potential really, really sad situation was averted. And want to just say great job by everybody, our first responders, Coach Stevens, who just was all over it, and then Chandra just a great job by everybody, and prayers answered for that young man and his family.
No doubt about that, and it was definitely scary there for a little bit. Guymon Tigers coming to the line of scrimmage. It is the 20-yard line after David Vargas punted that one about 9 yards deep into the end zone. Starting to see more and more faces come in on defensively for the Blue Jays as run play up the middle. Another positive play on first down. They'll pick up 5 to 6 yards for the Tigers. Again, entering this possession here on the night, Guymon with negative 31 yards of total offense. And they'll add a little bit to that after that play. Before that play, they were rushing negative 36 yards. Hunter Thompson on the tackle for the Blue Jays. Nose tackle in there is Brendan Stevens, 5'10", 280-pound senior. Second down and 4 from the 26, 7:39 in rolling in this third quarter. Blue Jay defense stops this one once again. Pile moves a little bit forward for about a 1-yard pickup. And so Guymon looking for the first down of the night. We'll have a third down and about 2 yards.
What you like to see, a young man with the ball, you just kept fighting, pushing the pile. So Guymon's not giving up here, and I think that's something that you like to see. They're out there doing their level best to move the football, and the kids should be complimented for that, Chris.
Yes.
It's tough to go out there and keep competing when you're down 56-0.
Guthrie with 16 first downs tonight. Guymon looking for number 1. Third down and 2, center of the field at the 28-yard line. Quarterback hand off to the fullback, and he gets back to the line of scrimmage, 1 yard at most, and it's going to be fourth down, and we'll see if the Tigers will go for it here on fourth down. And again, still looking for the first down of the night. They're now 0 for 8 on third down tries. I think the offense is going to stay in there. They're 0 for 2 on fourth down tries tonight, and why not, Phil?
Yeah, I mean, I think it's a good call. Coach, go out there, try to get something done here. You get some success here, get that first down, and be a small victory for the Guymon Tigers.
They need 1 yard, fourth down and 1 from their own 29-yard line. Blue Jays crowd the line of scrimmage. 10 men in the box. They'll run it up the middle, and quarterback breaks loose. A big run already at midfield. 45-40, 35-30, 25. Josh Raines trying to get in from behind, and he will not. Guymon on the scoreboard with a 71-yard touchdown run.
That will not be well received on the sideline when the defensive unit comes over. They faked me. I had no clue what happened on that play, but excellent job for the Guymon Tigers on that scoring run.
Kind of came out of nowhere, to be honest with you, in the middle of that pile.
May have just guaranteed the first-team defense not coming off the field for the rest of the game.
So the shutout,
they say,
has been taken away here tonight by Guymon. And good to see that. I mean, I know Coach Beebe won't be happy, and the defense won't be happy not getting a shutout, but so Guymon gets their first down and a touchdown on the same play.
Well, like you said, there's more important things sometimes than a shutout. That's good for those kids.
Guymon wanted to go for 2 and had to take a timeout. We'll leave it here as we await the 2-point try. 56-6 is the new score. 5:57 to play here in the third quarter.
You gonna watch some football tomorrow, Chris?
Yeah, I think it'd be a fun day of football. Of course, 11 o'clock game, right, Craig, with Kansas and OSU? I think it's 11 o'clock start there, and then OU Baylor at 2:30.
Yeah.
And Big 12 will be interesting to watch there. See how the Sooners rebound after that interesting game with Army, overtime victory with Army. The good news is Baylor doesn't run the option. So
well, and that's good for college football games like that. I know the Sooner fans were chewing their nails there at the end, but That's good for college football when you have those kind of ball games. You don't ever want to be one of the teams participating in those, but that's good for football.
Guymon running for a 2-point try here. They got the angle, but will not get into the end zone. Pushed out of bounds at the 5-yard line. 2-point try is no good. Take a timeout from Jelsma. 5:57 left in the third quarter. Guthrie 56, Guymon 6. This is Blue Jay football.
Hey, Blue Jay fans, Eskridge Chevrolet is a proud supporter of Guthrie High School sports. This season, Eskridge Chevrolet at I-35 in Guthrie is cheering you the whole way and will help you score a game-winning deal in getting the new or used vehicle that you need. Don't worry about your credit history. Eskridge Chevy can get you approved. Come see us at Eskridge Chevrolet, just a short drive to I-35 in the Guthrie exit on Division Street. Call 1-800-NEW-CHEVY or visit EskridgeChevy.com.
Has every slush flavor someone could ever want.
This is basically slush headquarters.
For sour blue raspberry plans world domination.
Well, not if Lemonberry has anything to say about it.
Oh, Lemonberry, you're already sour. Come to the sour side.
Never. I'll never join you.
Refreshment just got colorful with new slush flavors like blue raspberry made with Nerds candy. And start your day with the 99-cent morning drink stop.
Sonic at I-35 at Highway 33.
This is how you Sonic.
Guymon Tigers, fullback dime play. The old 71-yard run up the middle by Mesta. 4 plays, 80 yards for the Tigers. John Vance Motor scoring summary. Guymon will kick off. Second time tonight. Kick off. Well, no, they didn't kick. We kicked off, so this will be their first kickoff of the night.
No, they onside kicked.
Oh, that's right. Yeah, I thought I saw that.
Yeah.
Here's C.J. Ward. Take this kickoff inside the 20, and here he goes. He's weaving and wobbling. He's at the 45 midfield, and he's gone. C.J. Ward, his second special team score of the night, and that was running quickly from south to north. No east and west on that one.
No, he put a toe in the ground when he caught it and never got off course. It was a great run by CJ. Great job setting that wall up by the special teams, and he caught that edge, and he was gone.
Blue Jays with their 9th touchdown of the night. CJ with his second one on the kickoff return inside the 20. Just so dangerous, and he was one of the playmakers we talked about coming into the year. Who's going to be the playmaker on this team? Well, he's an easy one to find.
Yeah, he is so explosive, and he's got a motor on him, I mean, he's tough to corral.
He's won many JV games that way.
Yes, he has. By himself.
David Vargas on for the PAT. Trying to make it a 63-6 ball game. Over the rock, up and good. 4:46 to play in the third quarter. Timeout again. This is Blue Jay football.
When garage door problems occur, don't call a kind of service company or maybe a repair guy. Call Paul Creed at A-Team Overhead Door. Paul owns and operates his company and has over 15 years of experience in residential and commercial overhead door service. Paul provides all garage door services from repairs to installations. With free estimates, Paul will work with you to decide the best possible solution for your garage door or opener problems. Call A-Team Overhead Door today, 405-642-7065.
Accepting the loss of a loved one is the hardest thing we will ever have to do. At Nelson Monument Company, formerly Warren Monument Company, we aim to make selecting a memorial an easy and healing process. With our compassionate service, state-of-the-art design software, and our new and improved facility, we offer the best overall experience in the industry. Nelson Monument Company, located at 5305 South Division Street in Guthrie. Give us a call at 405-282-3220.
Hi, this is Asa Nelson, and from our family to yours, we would be honored to gain your trust.
Blue Jays quickly on the board as they respond to the Guymon Tigers touchdown play earlier with their own 84-yard kickoff return by C.J. Ward. I don't think Guymon was able to put a hand on him.
I think he did go untouched on that kickoff return.
Makes the score now 63-6. David Vargas kicks this one into the end zone. No more playing around on these little sky kick type deals by David Vargas. Running clock here in the third quarter. 63-6 is your score. Of course, that kickoff return scoring summary brought to you by John Vance Motors. We've now said John Vance Motors at least 10 times tonight, 10 scores tonight.
Might have to up the sponsorship for that, Chris.
I told him it was a good one.
There's John, Megan, the whole team out there do a wonderful job.
Garrett, John Carpenter, and
all of them.
The Guthrie location, Perry location, Miami location.
Yeah.
First down to 10 for the Guymon Tigers from their own 20-yard line. By hand off the run back, he fumbles the football. I think Guthrie has it. And of course, there's a turnover. The 19th time the Blue Jay defense has come up with the turnover.
Well, it wouldn't be a game this season without a turnover the Blue Jays caused and recovered. So it looks like we're going to have a change in quarterback here, Chris.
We have a running clock. It's a Blue Jays, again, with the special team scores, getting ready to take their first offensive snap in this game. It looks like Caden Ballard-Stevenson will check in at quarterback for the Blue Jays. Jersey number 7, as Jackson Waddell's night appears to be over with. Caden Ballard-Stevenson runs a little bit of quarterback for the junior varsity. Had a great junior high freshman campaign.
Very athletic young man.
First down and 10 from the 17-yard line. He keeps it across the 15. It slips at the 11-yard line. Looked like Kyler Murray out there sliding. Of course, I don't think Caden meant to do that on that slide there. Pick up about 5 yards to bring up second down and 5.
I noticed you and Kyler have something in common. They did a nice article about his passion for fashion. And, of course, I've been involved with some of your clothing or shopping trips.
Appreciate that.
Something that Chris really is passionate about as well.
Are you making fun of me?
Oh, absolutely not, Chris. Would never do it.
Second down and 5 from the 12. Handoff going backwards is Adams. They'll call him down at the 15. Whistles blew, stopped the play. Justin was able to escape it, but whistles blow it down at the 14-yard line. Loss of 2. Third down, 7 upcoming. Jay's moving right to left on the radio dial. Glad to have you on board as you drive across Oklahoma here on Hot 93.7 FM KSBI. Great range up from around the Kansas area over to Sand Springs, down to Moore, Norman area, El Reno, Watonga. Great listening audience out there on 93.7. Glad to have you on board on this Friday night, week 5 of the high school football season. Third down and 7. Blue Jays will option and keep it by Ballard-Stevenson, and he'll do more. He'll get into the end zone. Touchdown, Blue Jays. Caden Ballard-Stevenson from 14 yards out, his first varsity touchdown.
Yeah, that's the first of several we'll see over the next couple seasons. Very athletic kid. I think unquestionably will be our starting quarterback next year here for the Jays. And we were saying, Chris, very athletic young man, junior, very tough young man too. Not very big, growing. Be nice to see him put on 20, 25 pounds for next year, but great job by Caden on that run.
Caden ran the option very well in that play, saw a big gap. Great blocking tonight by that Guthrie offensive line as David Vargas' kick goes on to Harrison Avenue, and the score now increases to 69-6. 64 seconds left in the third quarter. Timeout from Jelsma. This is Guthrie Blue Jay football.
Accepting the loss of a loved one is the hardest thing we will ever have to do. At Nelson Monument Company, formerly Warren Monument Company, we aim to make selecting a memorial an easy and healing process. With our compassionate service, state-of-the-art design software, and our new and improved facility, we offer the best overall experience in the industry. Nelson Monument Company, located at 5305 South Division Street in Guthrie. Give us a call at 405-282-3220.
Hi, this is Asa Nelson, and from our family to yours, we would be honored to gain your trust.
Sometimes you need immediate care and can't get in to see your doctor during regular hours. With Mercy Convenient Care in Guthrie, you can walk in without an appointment and get the medical attention you need at a lower cost and with shorter waiting time than your local emergency room. The Mercy Convenient Care is located at 2919 South Division. For any concerns, call 405-282-6301. Services are provided by Mercy Hospital, Logan County. Choose Guthrie. Choose Mercy.
70-6 is your new score here in Jelsma Stadium. Blue Jays with a 14-yard touchdown run from Caden Ballard-Stevenson. Blue Jays 3 plays, 17 yards, 2 minutes and 2 seconds off the clock as David Vargas sends one into near Mulhall, Oklahoma. 55 seconds and rolling here to play in the third quarter. Guthrie 70, Guymon 6. That is your latest John Vance Motors scoring summary.
Yeah, I think this is the time. Obviously, we're seeing a lot of JV numbers trotting out on the field and going to get some playing time as it should be. It's going to wrap up the night for several of our starters on defense.
Very likely the final play of this third quarter. Of course, these type of scores kind of take you back to that 2007 season where there was multiple.
It's a weekly deal.
Yeah.
It was crazy.
I think they scored 60-plus points, 7 of the 14 games they played that year. A handoff on the left side, not much there. And that will more than likely be the final play after a 3-yard pickup by the Guymon Tigers. When we come back, we'll get set for fourth quarter action. Three quarters in the books, 4 fingers here in Jelsma, up in the air. 76ers to score. Timeout. This is Blue Jay football on Hot 93.7 FM KSBI.
Hello, Blue Jay family. I'm Pastor Hetty. I want to invite you to North Church Guthrie, where you can expect fun, Bible-centered kids and student ministries, life-giving groups, engaging worship, and powerful messages. I would love to see you and your family at North Church Guthrie this Sunday at 9:30 or 11 a.m. at Guthrie Upper Elementary School, where our vision is to love God, love people, and follow Jesus. And remember, God loves you, and go win.
For decades, Guthrie Athletics has been a source of pride in the Guthrie community. Hi, I'm Merritt Roberts, and I've been a Blue Jay supporter and Farm Bureau agent for many, many years.
I want to wish all the Guthrie student athletes not only a great season on the field, course, track, or court, but in the classroom as well. If integrity, honesty, and accessibility are important to you, call Farm Bureau at 620-4920 and ask for Merritt. I would welcome the opportunity to give you a professional evaluation of your insurance needs, or simply stop by and let's talk about the Jays.
We're set for fourth quarter action here in Guthrie alongside Braden Russell, Craig Flick, Aaron Ryburn, Phil Nichols. I'm Chris Evans. Glad to have you on board 93.7 FM KSBI. Of course, Daryl Jones back in our Stillwater studio. Fourth quarter underway here. Guymon Tigers 2nd down and 7 from their own 22-yard line, and they'll push the pile out to the 25-yard line. They'll bring up 3rd down and 5. Guymon with 1 score on the night. Guthrie jumped out to a 21-0 first quarter score. Then at halftime led 42-0. Currently lead this one by a score of 70-0. Guymon Tigers break huddle. 3rd down and 5 upcoming. Guymon Tigers on 3rd down tonight, 0 of 7. Option play here, getting ready to go 0 for 8 and a loss on the play. And we'll see if the Tigers go forward here on 4th down. Blue Jays been pretty good on 3rd down tries, 3 of 3 tonight. Looks like they will indeed punt the ball away, and here comes the special teams is Kay Guggesberg and CJ, I think, are going to be in there. Nope. CJ's coming out. You got 2 special team scores. Your night might be done. So Kay Guggesberg and Marcellus Owens will be back deep.
Better get off the field.
Snap. And there is a flag thrown as this punt bounces inside the 30. But there was a flag. It might be illegal substitution, as you heard Phil say, get off the field. I don't think he got off the field in time. It's 4th down and 8. So the 5-yard penalty will keep it at 4th down. Danny Gage is the referee tonight. See if the microphone works. Come on. There's no one in front of him. It should work. Should work. Please work. Oh, they're going to wave the flag off. They're going to wave it off, so we don't know if the mic was going to work or not. It was working perfectly yesterday.
Good flag to wave off when it's 70-6.
Well, the clock continues to rise. We have a running clock in the fourth quarter. So there's down this way. Okay, now he's messing. I think he's learning to turn it off, and he hasn't done it yet. Might have to go mute the official here. And so the punt goes out of bounds at the 28, so the Jays will take over. 1st down and 10. All drives all game long for Guthrie. Yeah, referee didn't turn his mic off, so we're going to have to muted for him up here. It's still in our ear, probably. 9:06. This is where we would tell our field guy, hey, tell the referee to turn his mic off.
Glad you got rid of that field guy.
Timeout, Guymon. 9 minutes left in this one. This is where I take a look at our game notes to see where we stand at here. We got break number 18 coming up.
That's outstanding.
We can take a break. Let's do it.
Let's do it.
I think this might be our final break of the half. We'll see. 9 minutes left in the fourth quarter. Guthrie 70, Guymon 6. This is Blue Jay football.
It's a beautiful day to introduce people to the golden goodness of Golden Chick. So this is your first time you've had Golden Chick. What do you think?
Absolutely delicious.
These are 100% tenderloin, no mystery meat.
I love them. They're so juicy and tender.
How long do you think it takes to marinate a perfect piece of chicken?
Probably
20 minutes.
Yeah, about 20. An hour?
What if I told you 24 hours?
Wow.
I feel like one of those infomercial guys. But wait, there's more time marinating the chicken. One taste, and you're golden. Golden Chick. Come on, I need this pack.
Okay.
F&M Bank is a neighborhood bank with 8 branches and 17 ATM locations across 4 counties in central Oklahoma. F&M Bank can help you with all of your personal, business, and agricultural banking needs, or simply add efficiency to your business. Check out F&M Bank with online and mobile banking at www.fmbankok.com or download their app and have all of their services in the palm of your hand. F&M Bank is a neighbor you can count on. F&M Bank, member FDIC.
In action, Jalix Webb takes a nice handoff on the left side for a big pickup there. 14 yards for Jalix Webb. Blue Jay first down. Jalix Webb, a few carries a season ago. Getting his chances here. He wears jersey number 30. Back there by Caden Ballard-Stevenson. Caden keeps it this time, makes one guy miss, jumps to the far sideline. Flag thrown as he's driven out of bounds. And another, was that another flag or someone throwing the football?
Another young man got ran over at the end of the play. He's up. Caden helped him up, dusted him off, said the bleachers are right over there, young man. So I think that's where he's heading now. Pride's hurt a little bit, Chris.
Yeah. We'll get the call here by Danny Gages. I think he just turned it off now. He got it backwards.
Got it backwards.
It's a hold against the Blue Jays. It was going to work, too. He's about to turn it on. Now it's on.
Turned it on.
I want everyone to know that I fixed it so we can hear the referee whistle here. Well, diggone it. Back to the drawing board.
It's the little things, Chris. It's the little things.
Well, back to game film we go to this week. Got to reevaluate here. Jalix Webb on the handoff here on a first down and 19 play, and he's hit for another loss, maybe a half a yard to a yard on the play there. Clock continues to run here in this fourth quarter. Guthrie about to go 5-0 on the season. Trip to Woodward next week. Oh, the referee just realized that it was on. There we go. Second down and 19 from the Guymon 23-yard line. Jays the line of scrimmage. Caden Ballard-Stevenson in the shotgun. 3 receiver set. Jays will keep it on the ground here. Hand off to Jalix. He's got 4 Tigers trying to pin him down, and he finally goes down past the 30-yard line. Loss of 7 or 8 on the play. Blue Jays will have a third down play upcoming. So you don't get much here, Phil, do you? No, you probably don't.
What's that?
Yeah.
Go ahead.
See if David Vargas come on and try to kick a long field goal?
Well, you won't do that, but
be good practice.
Be fun to see if he could.
Yeah.
I mean, we've seen him
We
kick.
know he can.
Yes.
Yeah.
Yeah.
It'd be a 48-yard field goal.
He's more than capable of kicking a 48-yard field goal, but I don't think you'll see that.
Obviously you're not going to do that. But 3 receivers to the far side, couple tight ends in the play. Third down and 28 for the Jays. Guthrie needs the 4-yard line. Take the snap from the 32. Option off to Jalix, and he's hit immediately. Caden probably should have kept that one. Breaks loose. He's going to be hit for a loss past the 40-yard line at the 41. Loss of 9 on the play. 4th down and 37 It looks like Guthrie will punt the football for the first time here tonight.
David probably had to put his shoes back on. He was.
Well, I think, is it Josh Range going to punt this one?
No.
No, there's David. Okay.
Because remember, Chris, he kicks the ball.
He kicks the ball.
If you see him on the field, he's going in to kick.
He stands at his 45-yard line. Moves up a little bit to the 46. See if he can get inside the 10. Let's just get greedy and have a great night. Snap on the money. It's a good punt. Will it die? A fair catch called for and fumbled and dropped on quickly at the 5-yard line. So Guthrie does pin him inside the 10-yard line. 4:34 to play in the fourth quarter. Stay tuned. Terra Insure Group post-game show. Phil Nichols will make his way down to the field. We'll have tonight's Guthrie North Church player of the game. We'll also hear from head coach Kelly Beebe, all coming up in our Terra Insure Group post-game show. 35-yard punt for senior David Vargas. David pins Guymon inside their 10, officially marked at the 6-yard line. As we go under 4 minutes to play. Blue Jays will be, again, on the road next week when they travel to Woodward. 7 o'clock kickoff will be on the air at 6:30. And Blue
ball. Substitution on the defense, 5 yards. Remains first.
See, that came in good, and the referee, Danny Gage, is in the end zone.
Yeah.
So that's about as far as he can get away from us. So that it worked that time. Yeah, there's just too many human contact in the way of the. Although our crowd mics haven't dropped the beat. Of course, they're elevated too. So a little handoff there on first down. Not much there for Tigers. Bring up 2nd down and 5 after the illegal substitution penalty by Guthrie. 3:09, 3:08. And we thought this would be a quick one. Now 9:15 p.m. Still about on schedule for a normal game. Baseball lights have been turned on. We'll start cooking those hamburgers for the football team. 2nd down, 5. J.D. Kuhnfield, little homecoming royalty with the tackle there from the safety spot. Of course, we had the delay with the small child being injured down to our left, and so that delayed us a little bit. But good news is, if you just tuned in into the broadcast, and a lot of people have left this game, tuning in, we did get good news. He was crying, alert, and everything appears will be okay with the little guy. So that was good news that we got during the halftime show that we had. As we go down to 2:15 left in this one. Tigers break huddle, 3rd down and 4 from their own 12-yard line. Guymon struggled here tonight on 3rd down tries. A little fullback dive play up the middle and almost to the 20-yard line, and that will be just enough for a Guymon Tiger first down. And I think, is that officially the first down of the night? Because they had a 4th down play and they went up the middle for their only touchdown of the night, but I think that might be their only first down of the night.
I believe that's correct, Chris.
Have you guys made your decision on the Guthrie North Church player of the game?
Waiting for you to give us some direction on that one, Chris.
Oh, so you got one and Craig's got one?
Well, yeah.
I like that.
We're in a little bit of an argument right now. A little bit of a tussle.
All right. So I'm judge and jury.
Oh, yeah.
Kind of like how this played out.
Just like Feinstein.
Handoff on the right side. Not much there on 1st down and 10 play. Actually, correct me, that's 5 yards. That's a big play for Guymon tonight. 2nd down and 5, 113, 112. Guthrie 70, Guymon 6. It'll be another homecoming victory for the Blue Jays. Coach Kelly Beebe, by the way, as the head football coach, is now 5-0 in homecoming games, if you're counting at home.
That's great. Good for Kelly.
Under a minute to go. 2nd down and 4 officially from the 25-yard line. Quarterback keeps this one and took it out of the belly of the fullback. He'll get up near the 29-yard line, 4-yard pickup. So we might, 2-yard pickup, excuse me, might have our one more snap, I think, left in this one. Blue Jays 5-0, Guymon Tigers getting ready to go to 0-5, and Phil's got a long drive for us next week as we head to Woodward, Oklahoma.
I'm driving?
Let's make sure your headphones still work.
Okay.
Oof. 3rd down and 1, and the Tigers will have the first down. We'll see if that's the final play. So Guymon will finish with 2 first downs of the night, and that should do it here. Final score, Guthrie 70, Guymon 6. Blue Jays improved to 5-0 on the year. Guymon falls to 0-5. We'll let the high school band play us out as the Blue Jays celebrate homecoming 2018. We're going to take a timeout. When we come back, it's a Terra Insure Group post-game show. Blue Jays win. Blue Jays win. Timeout. This is Guthrie Blue Jay football.
Glenda here with Jim and our Red River Roofing crew. You've known us for 16 years of quality roofing services, and we are also proud installers of Diamond Coat pre-finished siding.
This quality wood siding product is scratch resistant, comes in custom color option, and will actually increase your home's resale value.
With a 30-year no-fade warranty, this siding is sure to impress.
Durability is #1, so choose a stylish exterior siding that will last.
Call today to boost your home's curb appeal with beautiful Diamond Coat siding. Visit us at redriverroofing.com.
Coming up next, it's the Terra Insure Group postgame show featuring stats, highlights, plays of the game, on-field interviews, and the player of the game.
Sometimes you need immediate care and can't get in to see your doctor during regular hours. With Mercy Convenient Care in Guthrie, you can walk in without an appointment and get the medical attention you need at a lower cost and with shorter waiting time than your local emergency room. The Mercy Convenient Care is located at 2919 South Division. For any concerns, call 405-282-6301. Services are provided by Mercy Hospital, Logan County. Choose Guthrie. Choose Mercy.
And we welcome you inside the Terra Insure Group post-game show. Blue Jays victorious over the Guymon Tigers by a score of 70-6. Blue Jays improved to 5-0 on the season. Guymon falls to 0-5. Guymon looks like they're headed to their 17th consecutive losing season, and we just hope they continue to get better and better. It's just a tough deal, and they never quit. They never did quit, so that's a great thing coming from the Guymon Tigers. Coming up here in a little bit, Phil will have our Guthrie North Church player of the game. We'll also have our interview, post-game interview with Blue Jay head coach Kelly Beebe. Well, Blue Jays scored early and often in this ballgame. They only punted one time tonight as they dominated the stat column. We'll get to that here in a little bit, but Guthrie had a 21-0 lead after the first quarter. At halftime, they had a 42-0 lead, and then at the end of the third quarter, it was 63-6 after 3 quarters. Guthrie got another touchdown there in the fourth quarter to score 70 points here tonight against the Guymon Tigers. Jackson Waddell had a 5-yard touchdown run. Marcel Sones had a 2-yard touchdown run. Jackson had another 3-yard touchdown run. 12-yard touchdown pass from Jackson to Marcellus. 7-yard touchdown pass from Jackson to Brody. 2-yard touchdown run by Josh Raines. A 17-yard touchdown pass from Jackson to Brody. Other scoring plays tonight was a 42-yard punt return by C.J. Ward. And then Guymon had the one touchdown of a 71-yard run during that third quarter. C.J. Ward, another special teams score with an 84-yard kickoff return. And then the final score of the night coming from Caden Ballard-Stevenson from a 14-yard touchdown run. As we getting close to our let's get everything lined up here real quick. Appreciate that. Down. I think we got it all situated. Yeah, okay. Well, let's go downstairs with Phil Nichols with tonight's Guthrie North Church player of the game.
Guys, I'm here with Blue Jay quarterback Jackson Waddell. Jackson, we think probably your best game you've had statistically. Of course, you've had many great ball games for the Blue Jays over the last 3 years, but one of those nights, I think you want to get everybody in, get everybody out healthy. But just talk about the ball game a little bit and kind of some of the games leading up here in the next couple weeks in district play.
Yeah, it's probably where we came out, with homecoming. It's hectic, with this assemblies and parade and stuff. And O-line blocked tremendous. Running backs ran hard. The O-line got big holes for the running backs, and our receivers ran great routes. And so, they just make my job so much easier. And our game's coming up. Woodward is actually really, really good this year. They blew out Lawton Ike, was it 40-something to 7 or something. So we have a huge matchup coming up next week, and then, of course, Carl Albert at home. We're looking forward to that one. But, yeah, it's overall just a good win.
Hey, Jackson, it had to be fun to get some other guys involved. I mean, Brody Hinkle started off the season great with some big catches in Enid, and, of course, he has some great downfield blocking. But it was good to see Brody get into the scoring column a couple times tonight.
Yeah, proud of Brody. He's a hard worker. He worked so hard in the weight room this summer to get his reps and his time on the field, and to give him 2 touchdowns tonight was just amazing for him.
Hey, Jackson, talk about your offensive line. We probably don't talk enough about them, but Guymon's not as talented as some teams you're going to see in the past, but you had a lot of big holes to run through tonight.
Yeah, our left side, Dollar and Ergain, or not Ergain, it's Johnny, Dollar, and it's Ergain.
Be careful here, buddy.
Yeah,
you're right, Ergain.
It's Ergain. Yeah, it's Ergain. We usually pull with them just because experience. And we ran a bunch of counter, GT, which is guard and tackle, pulling up the middle. And, I mean, they did a great job blocking, and our cuts with our running backs were tremendous tonight. And our downfield blocking with our receivers was good, too. So,
how's the confidence with this team, Jackson? You guys are 5-0. It's the best start during your high school career. It's the best start in 4 seasons for this ball club. Knowing there's some good teams coming up, but how's the confidence level right now?
Our confidence is so strong with our defense. With them getting, what do they have, like 18 turnovers?
19.
19 tonight. I mean, that makes it so much easier for us, to get us a break. And so, I mean, our confidence is so high right now, but we're not trying to get too cocky. We need to kind of stay on this level to where whenever we see ourselves as the underdogs, in our opinion, we play better. We play harder. And so, yeah, we're just trying to get through this season and see where district play falls out.
Phil, I'll let you lead us out.
Well, Jackson, as always, congratulations. Had a great year. We talked about it a lot. 3-year starter. Chris and I talk about it all the time. You do a great job in all areas, but you're just so darn tough, and we appreciate that. And I said tonight, you don't know how to run out of bounds. You need to learn that at some point before you get out of here. But fabulous job, Jackson. Very, very proud of you.
Thank you.
All right, Jackson Waddell, the Guthrie North Church player of the game. Jackson tonight, 8 of 10 passing, 81 yards, 3 touchdown throws, and then you got it going on the ground as well. 5 carries, 56 yards, 2 touchdowns on the ground with an average of 11 yards per carry tonight. So Jackson Waddell is our Guthrie North Church player of the game. Take a time out here on the Terra Insure Group post-game show. When we come back, we'll have the head football coach of the Guthrie Bluejays, Coach Kelly Beebe, get his thoughts on tonight's big victory over the Tigers and get set for next week's opponent in Western Oklahoma in Woodward. We'll get that after the 60-second timeout. This is the Terra Insure Group post-game show.
At Terra Insure Group, you'll be helped by lifelong Blue Jay fans, Jason Herzl, Dennis Oakes, and Seth Robbins. They aren't limited to any single provider. They'll work with you to find the carrier and the plan that fits you best. Terra Insure Group is an independent insurance agency specializing in home, auto, and commercial lines of insurance. Call Terra Insure Group at 293-4880 or stop by at 2403 South Division or visit them online at tigok.com. Terra Insure Group, insuring your world.
After this, we bring you more from the stadium as the Terra Insure Group postgame show continues.
I'm Brian Sturkle with Interbank. You can bank on Guthrie's home team, the banking professionals at Interbank. Our decision makers and the people who serve you work closely together to provide responsible service and personal attention. We appreciate your business and look forward to seeing our friends in Guthrie and the surrounding communities at the Blue Jay football games. We're located at 224 East Oklahoma, or you can reach us by phone at 282-0470. Interbank, in it for you. Member FDIC.
Sometimes you need immediate care and can't get in to see your doctor during regular hours. With Mercy Convenient Care in Guthrie, you can walk in without an appointment and get the medical attention you need at a lower cost and with shorter waiting time than your local emergency room. The Mercy Convenient Care is located at 2919 South Division. For any concerns, call 405-282-6301. Services are provided by Mercy Hospital, Logan County. Choose Guthrie. Choose Mercy.
Welcome back inside the Terra Insure Group post-game show as the Blue Jays take down the Guymon Tigers by final score 70-0. to 6. And as we do each and every week, we visit with the Blue Jay head coach Kelly Beebe. With that, let's go downstairs with Phil Nichols.
Chris, I am here with head football coach Kelly Beebe. Coach, these are tough games, for a lot of reasons, but just kind of walk us through this, and then if you can, just give us a little bit of insight into next week's game as we head west.
Well, obviously being homecoming, a lot of distractions, and homecoming around here is just a magnificent event, obviously. I mean, the crowd tonight, I've just got to, that's the first thing I said to the boys in the huddle. This is the biggest one I can remember in several years. Our boys came out and put on an outstanding show tonight, offense, defense, special teams wise. Guymon being a weaker opponent, I still feel like we executed very well in all three phases of the game and came out healthy, and we're blessed to get, I believe, every player sometime tonight down here on this hallowed surface. And coaches did an outstanding job managing the game when it kind of became a blowout there. Just a lot of relief, too. The homecoming week's very stressful on the coaches. We let these guys go at 4 o'clock yesterday and didn't see them till 4 o'clock today. So they all showed up with the right frame of mind and had a really good night for the Blue Jays. We turn our attention now to Woodward. Don't know how their ball game's going tonight at McGinnis. I know they were big winners a week ago over Lawton Ike. They've got a big offensive line, a double wing scheme that they're run first, and up there at their place, they're awful tough.
Yeah, Bishop McGinnis, it was kind of close at the beginning, but Bishop McGinnis wins it tonight over Woodward. Final score there tonight was 29-8. Woodward now falls to 2-2, 2-3. I'm not sure what it is now, but Coach, it's always good to see different Blue Jays get into the scoring column tonight. We saw Brody Hinkle get back in there twice. Josh Rain's first varsity touchdown. Caden Ballard-Stevenson, his first touchdown. And CJ had a couple of nice special team scores as well. So it was nice to kind of spread it out a little bit tonight.
Yeah, and Phil and I were talking here before we got on. These are very hard to manage when you're on one side or the other of them. And Coach Davis, to his credit, his kids played hard till the end. And he's just trying to keep those kids heads up and motivated, and we try to do the best job we can. Obviously, for a half of football, we've got to play our kids and run our schemes because it's not fair to our kids as they move forward throughout the season not to get that game time, live game reps and et cetera, and we got into a running clock situation in the second half, and tried to get our key players out and get some younger guys in, and then they went in and played hard.
It was, of course, a homecoming week. A lot of Hall of Famers going in, but it was kind of cool to see Kai Staley and Kyle Smith get inducted to the Hall of Fame.
Oh, absolutely. And having all those guys around, it's one of the great things about this program, about being a part of this program, is that it is the carryover from year to year to year, and for our boys to come out tonight and perform the way they did, I was so proud of them to do it in front of those guys that came before them and really paved the way.
Absolutely. Coach, congratulations on the win tonight, and they're starting to pick up a little bit with Woodward and Carl Albert coming up.
Oh, absolutely. Yeah, that score right there has definitely got my attention, 29-8 or 29-7, whatever it was. So I'll be anxious to get the film going and Coach Mick and those guys start putting a plan together, and we'll do the same thing over on defense and go up there and try to get that road W.
Coach, have a great weekend. Thank you.
Guys, we appreciate you. Thank you.
Head Coach Kelly Beebe here on the Terra Insure Group post-game show as the Blue Jays take down the Guymon Tigers by a final score of 70-6. Take another timeout as we continue on here on the Terra Insure Group post-game show as the Blue Jays are now 5-0 on the year. Timeout. This is Blue Jay football.
Hello, Blue Jay family. I'm Pastor Hetty. I want to invite you to North Church Guthrie, where you can expect fun, Bible-centered kids and student ministries, life-giving groups, engaging worship, and powerful messages. I would love to see you and your family at North Church Guthrie this Sunday at 9:30 or 11 a.m. at Guthrie Upper Elementary School, where our vision is to love God, love people, and follow Jesus. And remember, God loves you, and go win.
Don't go away. More of the Terra Insure Group postgame show in a moment.
Hey, Blue Jay fans, Eskridge Chevrolet is a proud supporter of Guthrie High School sports. This season, Eskridge Chevrolet at I-35 in Guthrie is cheering you the whole way and will help you score a game-winning deal in getting the new or used vehicle that you need. Don't worry about your credit history. Eskridge Chevy can get you approved. Come see us at Eskridge Chevrolet, just a short drive to I-35 and the Guthrie exit on Division Street. treat. Call 1-800-NEW-CHEVY or visit EskridgeChevy.com.
Apologize about that. The digital mixer is a great thing, but when it freezes up and it has to resynchronize, it kind of gets a little bit nervous, and it always makes me nervous when we go to break. But anyway, welcome back. Terra Insure Group post-game show. Of course, the TIG show out there, 2603 South Division is TIG. And Dennis Oaks, if you were at the game and now heading back home, you hear Dennis Oaks on the PA does a great job, gets the crowd really, really into it, especially on Homecoming 2018. Of course, Jason Herzl and my good buddy Seth Robbins out there. And we asked you to go to TIGOK.com, look up. They do everything from earthquake insurance, house, mobile homes, of course, vehicles. That's where I do all my stuff out there. Give them a call, TIGOK.com, 2603 South Division, and I promise you they will take care of you. And just go in there and get a quote, and I guarantee you'll come away with a car wash or something like that. Just go in and ask for those details. Terra Insure Group. Blue Jays, again, victorious here by a final score of 70-6. And we'll look at some brief numbers.
When it comes to Guthrie Bluejay athletics,
we won't get too deep into the stats here, but we will take a look at them here real quickly here. The Guthrie Bluejays, let's scroll up here. The total yards tonight, 207 yards. Do remember they had a short field, as every possession they had tonight started on the Guymon side, and there was touchdown drives. I think the longest touchdown drive of the night for Guthrie was 6 plays, which they did that on 3 different times tonight. And there was several 3-play drives and one play drive and a 2-play drive. So they had a short field to work with, 207 yards of offense, only on 34 offensive snaps. Guymon had 38 offensive snaps, and they do finish in the positive of total offense with 74 yards. They were negative the entire night until that 71-yard touchdown run in the third quarter by Mesta. At that time, made it a 56-6 ball game. And so you take away those 71-yard touchdown run, they only finished with 3 yards. But again, as Coach Beebe said, Phil said earlier, Guymon never stopped playing hard, and that's one thing you can give them, despite that 0-5 record. It looks like they're getting ready to head to their 17th straight losing season. So, again, they fought all the way to the end. You got to give them credit for that, and now they'll make that long drive back home to Guymon, Oklahoma. Take our final time out here on the broadcast, and when we come back, we'll come back and wrap it up. Sorry about that. You didn't hear it in Radio Land, but it's blaring in my ear. So technical bugs toward the end of the year, or toward the post-game show. All right, we're going to get out of here for one final time. Computer's got to work one more time, I promise. All right, time out. This is a Terra Insure Group post-game show.
When it comes to Guthrie Bluejay athletics, Hayes Funeral Home is a proud supporter from the first game all the way to the championship game. Along with many years of experience in funeral service, the Hayes family brings compassion and professional service during difficult times. Owners Chuck and Lynette Hayes take pride in providing families and their loved ones quality care. Chuck and Lynette have not only supported families in the Guthrie area for countless years, but have supported Guthrie student athletes succeeding on the playing field and in the classroom. Hayes Funeral Home is located on the corner of Noble and Wentz, or simply give them a call at 405-282-3100.
Final thoughts from the stadium are ahead on the Terra Insure Group postgame show.
When garage door problems occur, don't call a kind of service company or maybe a repair guy. Call Paul Creed at A-Team Overhead Door. Paul owns and operates his company and has over 15 years of experience in residential and commercial overhead door service. Paul provides all garage door services from repairs to installations. With free estimates, Paul will work with you to decide the best possible solution for your garage door or opener problems. Call A-Team Overhead Door today, 405-642-7065.
At Terra Insure Group, you'll be helped by lifelong Blue Jay fans, Jason Herzl, Dennis Oakes, and Seth Robbins. They aren't limited to any single provider. They'll work with you to find the carrier and the plan that fits you best. Terra Insure Group is an independent insurance agency specializing in home, auto, and commercial lines of insurance. Call Terra Insure Group at 293-4880 or stop by at 2403 South Division or visit them online at tigok.com. Terra Insure Group, insuring your world.
Welcome back. One final time here on the Terra Insure Group post-game show on this beautiful Friday night. Boy, fall weather is awesome. And Blue Jays are awesome as well as they have a 5-0 start to the 2018 season as they defeat the Guymon Tigers by a score of 70-6. Blue Jays on the road next week when they travel to Woodward, Oklahoma. We'll see how cold the weather gets over there. During a pregame show, someone let me know it was 49 degrees today in Guymon. So kind of glad this one was here, not only for the short drive, but also to stay away from that cold weather. It's coming, but I kind of like this fall 70, 60 degree weather. And Blue Jays take advantage of it here tonight by winning this one big time, 76. Again, had a 21-0 lead at the end of the first quarter, 42-0 at halftime en route to that big victory on the night. And real quick, I'm going to pull up some 5A scores real quick, just kind of give you an update on what's happening in the district tonight. Carl Albert went on to defeat Piedmont. It was close there for a little bit, but Carl Albert stays undefeated, and the two-time state champions take down the Piedmont Wildcats. Final score there was 34-7. And Ardmore in the fourth quarter leads Altus 21-6. So Ardmore and Altus, both 4-0 ball clubs going into that ball game. Looks like Ardmore's going to pull that one off unless Altus can come back from behind. District play, I'm trying to find our district games right here. Of course, Guthrie won, Carl Albert won. Lawton Eisenhower, who Guthrie finishes the regular season with in week number 10, easily take down Northwest Class in their final score was 34-8. And the other game in district play, Bishop McGinnis and Oklahoma City take down Woodward Boomers. Final score there was 29-8. So Guthrie will go in with a 5-0 record. Woodward will go in with a 2-3 record. And it's a game that the Blue Jays have had a lot of luck with in the past, but this is a new season. Blue Jays are confident. Got to go into Western Oklahoma, 2.5-hour trip up there and take care of business. Try to get to 6-0 and get set for those Carl Albert Titans right here inside Jelsma Stadium. That'll do it here tonight for the broadcast. A big thank you to Daryl Jones back in our Stillwater studio, keeping us going the entire night. And we had a big crew here on the broadcast. And a big thank you to Braden Russell. Did a great job on the video camera for our online feed, which you can find at youtube.com/Guthrie News. And that game will be archived here in a little bit, as well as our Guthrie North Church Player of the Game interview with Jackson Waddell and our interview with head coach Kelly Beebe. All that will be archived here in the coming days. Of course, up here in the booth, Craig Fleck does an outstanding job all the time on all the stats and has the inside information that he feeds into my ear, and I take credit for it sometimes, but he is a big part of our broadcast. And, of course, Aaron Ryburn joined us for the first time. You know him with GTV 20 and all the great stuff that he does, was able to produce the show and help me out and got the scoreboard as our second time to use that scoreboard on the bottom of your screen for our online viewer audience. And it's a big weapon to have with the ball on the yard line and what down it is and the score and the time, all that good stuff. It's one of those cool features we continue to try to add here on broadcast. Of course, a big thank you to all of our great listeners out there on Hot 93.7 FM KSBI, as many of you travel home and get ready for our weekend of college football. Oklahoma State Cowboys, of course, will have the pregame show and the kickoff right here on 93.7 tomorrow as they take on the Kansas Jayhawks in Lawrence, Kansas. And then after that, the 2:30 contest will feature Baylor and Oklahoma. It's Big 12 football, another big schedule set for this weekend, and it's a great weekend for football. Again, this has been a fun night of Homecoming 2018. Hope you enjoyed it. Be safe out there tonight. And final score for the final time here on Homecoming 2018 inside beautiful Jelsma Stadium, where many fans and players are still on the field talking about this one as they defeat the Guymon Tigers. Final score 70-6. For my partner Phil Nichols, I'm Chris Evans. We'll talk to you next week when the Blue Jays travel to Woodward. And as always, go Blue Jays.
You've been listening to Guthrie Bluejay Football, home of the 4-time state champions on the Guthrie Radio Network. Guthrie Football 2018 is brought to you by Interbank, strengthening our communities through community banking. Golden Chick, the original and still the best. Terra Insure Group, insuring your world. John Vance Auto Group, where it's comfortable to buy a car. Guthrie North Church, love God, love people, follow Jesus. Mercy Hospital, Logan County, your life is our life's work. And Eskridge Chevrolet, a name you can trust for over 50 years. Guthrie Bluejay Football is also brought to you by F&M Bank, Guthrie Tag Agency, A-Team Overhead Door, Nelson Monument Company, Hayes Funeral Home, Sonic at I-35 and Highway 33, Red River Roofing, and Merritt Roberts Farm Bureau, Oklahoma.